have the power.
It's like, you know how those women complain about like women like being taken advantage of or whatever, right? Because men like they like to
Yeah.
like look at them. Well, woman, you could just dress a little bit less promiscuous, and women or men would stop looking at you. You know, that's why what Vincent is entering.
What?
I thought you were gonna say Vincent's like Gorgoloth.
What?
Dude, that didn't even like enter my train of thought.
I'm
Wait,
so
wait.
retarded.
What did you say?
Vincent, hear me out. So Gorgoloth's gonna be in a boxing match soon, right? I think you
Wait,
should
really?
watch.
Who?
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Gorgoth the
Aiden Ross
Destroyer?
posted
Oh.
yeah, Aiden Ross has a event.
Oh.
Gorgoloth's in a box. Tell me
So
how his life.
wait, boxing or sumo wrestling?
What's the difference when it comes to two whales?
Well, that's why I ask. So
I think it's boxing.
I'm
It's like street fight
thinking,
boxing. So I think you got this.
yeah, I could probably
You can take her on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The question is like,
If you KO or if
yeah,
you like
how do I
beat her.
not like accidentally like knock out everyone else in the audience from the impact of the ground? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Guys, are we recording?
yes, we're rolling right now. Yes.
What's that one animal was like very protective, like the sea animal? Was like it was in Dory.
You're such a dick. Someone start this that isn't me. I've done it too many times. And don't fucking let me.
Already got this one.
My
Jewish.
name is Joe Biden. I can't remember where we are or what we're doing.
I was about to make a joke, but I realized this is gonna go on the internet forever. I need to be careful. Wait, no, I don't. I'm Joe Biden. I love sniffing little children's hair.
Oh,
what?
no.
King Chow? Is that
Welcome back
you?
to Sons of Liberty.
No, bro. All right, just because the possibility might enter on the internet after this podcast airs.
Dude, once I
Vincent-
heard that fucking joke from Liberty
Dumbass.
Live 2, like, apparently there's like a gif of me doing the fucking for like a split second, and they turned that into like a reaction image. That shit, like, I'm fucked. I'm cooked. It's over for me.
One of our friends did that. It's kind of funny.
Wait, actually?
What do you mean, actually? What?
Don't
You knew
don't
this
tell
already.
me it was him. No.
It was one of our background people. What do you mean?
I'm killing myself. I'm cooked.
You
It's
knew
over.
this already. You knew this already.
I
Why are
mean,
you
I
acting like
didn't.
this?
I didn't know that he made the image, but whatever. It's fine.
In a way.
Editor, please just cut this whole thing out. We need to start the fuck over.
I would just say this fresh, because, like...
Yeah, this is such a mess.
Alright, we'll
It's
keep
always
this...
a mess. Every single episode, like in the first, 5 minutes, is just incomprehensible.
Our whole podcast is incomprehensible. What the fuck do you mean?
No, there are moments. There are moments where it makes sense. You know what? Good enough. Let's talk about our main man, who we always start the episodes with, and everyone was expecting to.
What? We're not redoing?
I don't fucking know. How do you want to redo this?
What do you mean?
Fresh?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Fresh?
I mean,
Yeah?
cook.
Like yo pussy?
What
Who's
the
pussy?
hell?
Well, how'd you anything pussy dog? You haven't seen that shit.
Oh, we're not
Ever.
exposing that to the world yet?
What do you mean exposing that? I'm not trans like
All right,
you,
we'll
bro.
keep on the down low.
Ain't no way.
Wait, like you,
Way.
are ya?
No, I'm not yet.
Yet?
Yet?
Yeah, he's trying to convince me.
That's crazy.
What?
That's gay. That's
No,
crazy.
no.
Yeah, but you told me it wasn't gay.
Horda.
I'm not. What? What are you looking at me, dog?
What are you doing to him?
I like how we're using our real names now.
I mean, this is gonna get cut out anyway, so like, it's fine.
This is getting cut out? What the heck?
I
Yeah.
think. I don't know.
What do you even think? There's no think.
Dude, this is content.
It's not content.
Why? I'm so gonna
Oh.
regret doing this in 5 years. I'm just gonna look on this and be like, why the fuck did I do
I mean, we're still gonna be doing this in 5 years.
this? No, we're not.
We're not even gonna reach episode 100 until like 10 years.
Yeah, we
right?
are. Yeah, dude, entropy is a thing. You know, we're eventually gonna reach number 100. Come on now. I mean, actually, with our upload schedule, I mean, I don't know, maybe not.
No, we definitely will.
I think so, right? Like 100. Okay, so we have like what? Is it like 43 episodes? Wait, fuck, I'm an idiot. I did that wrong. 47.
43 episodes, dude.
No,
What the
40,
heck?
47,
It's
47, 47.
crazy.
We have
We've
40,
got more
we have-
episodes than that.
We have 47 left, 46 if you don't count this one until we hit 100. 46 in 5 years. That's doable, right?
What do you mean? It'd be 57 including this.
What?
Or 47 including this.
Yeah, 47 including this. So 46 not including this. You retard.
No, it'd be more, because we wouldn't post it.
What? I'm
That's
losing
true.
it.
He is spitting. He's spitting.
Oh, right! Because this is...
Oh,
Yeah.
my
This
name
is
is Joe
the-
Biden, and I approve this message.
Fuck, it's contagious.
Bro, you almost fucked up what she did, bro. I know. Wait. Fuck.
Oh,
What?
Oh.
fucking
Ain't no way, bro.
contagious. God damn it. Okay, alright. Come on.
Can we talk?
All right, let's get it back together.
Back together, come on.
Yeah.
This entire episode is just gonna be one long fucking bloopers reel.
All right.
Go.
Let's
You.
talk about Joe Biden, guys.
We're not doing the fucking intro again. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself. So the State of the Union, guys.
No. Wait. State of the Union is like the second to last topic.
Dude, come on. Everyone's here because they want us to give our take on the State of the Union.
All right,
Or,
but we have a
you know, lack
more important
thereof.
topic first.
You sure? Okay, fine. I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm positive about this. Okay, guys?
All right. You got this.
So, remember when Joe Biden was having issues, so to say, with classified documents, guys?
Yeah, kinda.
True.
Right. The whole thing at
I
the
mean,
time was
I think it was a lot more like in the news that it was like Trump that was messing with classified documents, like he kept them after his term.
yeah. So the whole thing was Joe Biden was basically guilty of the same thing Donald Trump was doing, except he was probably doing it in like a more malicious way, just because he was hiding classified documents in his garage in open containers next to his Chevy Corvette. But that's besides the point. After that was released to the public, Robert Hur, which is a special counsel investigator, started this investigation into Joe Biden. And he recently released this bombshell report against Joe Biden. Democrats are trying to flip this as Robert Hur does not think Joe Biden is guilty of any crime. That's not exactly what Hur said. And we're going to deconstruct this report into what I think is the more important parts of it. So I'm going to have a link to his whole report in our description if you guys want to read it. It's 400 pages almost. So no one's basically going to read it. But we got the more important quotes here. So let's start with the first ones. This is on page 1, by the way. Robert Hur says, "Our investigation uncovered evidence that President Biden willfully retained and disclosed classified materials after his vice presidency when he was a private citizen." So right out the gate, that's just proof, or that's just Robert Hur laying down that Joe Biden, in his opinion, is guilty of basically taking classified information after his vice presidency term ended, which is, by definition, a crime. And so the next quote I want to talk about is the way that Robert Hur knew that it was Joe Biden's specific classified documents and not someone else's that he had in his house was because, quote, "the distinctive misspelling of Afghanistan confirms this. Mr. Biden repeatedly used this or similar misspelling in handwritten notes as vice president and before in the notes he took as a senator dating back to 1980. So, just to get this right, the President of the United States cannot spell Afghanistan correctly, and he's been doing this since the 1980s, and that's how they were basically able to track down the classified documents in Joe Biden's garage as his own. Because it said, like, Afghanistan files or whatever. Next, and this is according to her.
the sounds is crazy. Yeah, you know, I guess I'm just not that surprised. Like, of course, we've been seeing gaffes from this fucking geezer for like his entire term. I mean, does anyone remember? How do you even say it? This is like a completely different language. It's like a true. It's like trunisoperative pressure or something.
That's actually pretty close. I think it's like true.
No.
Wait, what?
It actually
sounds
like
like-
it's
it's a
actually
word.
Like it's a word, or it's not, but it's approaching a word. It's approaching coherency, but it's not quite. But that was like in what 2021, probably 2022. Maybe 2020 on the dot. Well, not.
It might have been on the campaign trail. I think it was.
Yeah. Well. Maybe there you go. But it like since then it's only gotten worse. So I'm
10 times worse.
So ultimately, I'm just not surprised. None of this is really like, I mean, it's a bit of a black pill, I guess, but it's not like it's actually anything that new.
All right, and so according to recordings that Robert Hurt had access to, this is like the nail in the coffin that proves Joe Biden willfully retained classified documents because he said, quote, just found all the classified stuff downstairs, which is just ridiculous because, look, for all the people like clowning Donald Trump for basically admitting crimes or crimes of retaining classified documents on tape, this is the same, if not worse, all right? Because at least Donald Trump believed he had the ability to keep those documents after his presidency. Joe Biden just straight up says these are classified documents and they're downstairs. So he understands that he's not supposed to have them.
I mean, we don't actually know that he understands that, because if he
That's
understood
true.
would he say that? Is he just, it's striking a balance of complete mental deficiency and also, mental sufficiency, but using that for malicious purpose. Like, I happen to think that Joe Biden probably just said that because, I mean, it's probably is true, but also like, I don't know if it's fair to say that he understood it, because that implies a level of understanding.
Mental cognizance.
You're probably not very capable of anymore.
It's crazy that
At
we're
least
having this
not
conversation
reliably.
about the president of the United States. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
we don't think the president is totally with it to the point where he understands what he's saying.
There was actually a function in, I believe, the Constitution that allows for presidents who are mentally unfit to be removed from office. What's that called again? I can't put my tongue on it.
I don't know if you're being like funny, Kickshow, or if you're curious.
It's a rhetorical question. Move along.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
We all have stage 3 autism. That's crazy.
Sonny Hawkeye just joined the document, by the way. But anyways, so this next one's also pretty big. So, one of the big, I guess, points of this classified documents report by Robert Hur was his comments on Joe Biden's memory. So let me read you guys a direct quote from this. Robert Hurt says, quote, Mr. Biden's memory also appeared to have significant limitations, both at the time he spoke to Zeutner, which is not important, in 2017, as evidenced by the recorded conversations, and today, as evidenced by his recorded interview with our office referring to Robert Hur. Mr. Biden recorded conversations with Zeutner from 2017 are often painfully slow, with Mr. Eden struggling to remember events and straining at times to read and relay his own notebook entries. So essentially what he's saying is, this guy is really slow, he can't really read notes, and he has basically trouble with basic cognitive... I still have tabletop open. My bad.
No way.
Man, fucking
It's so
ADHD
over.
moment,
It's
bro.
so over.
Dude,
It's so...
you want... Hey. Let me see how many hours I've been tabletop for the past 2 weeks. 26 hours.
Why?
You not turn off your computer?
I did. I had it on
Well,
sleep.
Why? Why don't you just
Sleep
turn it
and
off?
Is not the same thing, by the way.
It's close enough.
It's not close enough. Your computer's on.
26 hours, by the way, guys.
That's crazy. I think it's more than my total.
Probably. So yeah,
I total 17. That's crazy.
crazy. So clearly from Robert Hur's report, Joe Biden's memory is like pretty bad, and he cites specific examples that we won't get into because they're very long. But just know they are there. And in order to like fully get this point across to you guys, let me read what Democrats are basically upset with Robert Hur in this report. It's because of this quote. Let me read it in its entirety. So he says, in his interview with our office, Mr. Biden's memory was worse. He did not remember when he was vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended. He said, if it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? Let's do that in a Joe Biden voice. If it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president?
God.
And forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began. He said, quote, in 2019 or 2009, am I still vice president? Wild, by the way. It continues.
Yeah.
It doesn't end there. He did not remember, even within several years, when his son Beau Biden died. And Joe Biden uses Beau Biden's death for political purposes all the time, but he cannot remember the year he died.
Well, it's possible that he used to remember, but oh god, that's fucked up. Honestly, like this. It's here's the thing. Under normal circumstances, and this might be a hot take, making fun of people with Alzheimer's and dementia is bad, and like basically you're like making fun of people who are disabled for their disability, which is cringe. But he's the fucking president of the United States. Like,
and he's gaslighting Americans into thinking he's perfectly fine.
Well, but the thing is he even? You gotta kind of question: is he even doing that anymore?
It's not effective anymore.
I mean, well, yeah. I think it's arguable that it was barely effective for some people, and it was never effective for most. But beyond that, you gotta kind of wonder: is Joe Biden even the one pulling the strings anymore? Was he ever the one pulling the strings to begin with? I mean, there might be a few conspiracy brained among us that might think that Kamala Harris was like kind of masterminding the entire presidency. Frankly, I might be one of those people, depending on what day and what time you ask. But like nowadays, it's just, is there anything going upstairs with him anymore? And the thing is, if the answer to that question is no, then can you really, on some level, blame Joe Biden for some of the actions that he does when he's clearly not capable of holding an adult level of responsibility because he's not capable of holding an adult level of cognitive ability? It's kind of the questions you got to ask. It's like, I'm not saying Joe Biden ain't do nothing wrong, free my boy Joe, he ain't do nothing wrong. I'm saying, like, at what point, is it like, oh, this is the president, making fun of the president is important, and it's one of our freedoms, and at what point isn't this just like, this is like just a geriatric old man, a fucking corpse in the White House, and he's being used and abused on both sides. It's just like, this is just kind of sad. I don't know. I might be just kind of crazy on that one, but that's how.
By the way, in a press release right after this report came out, Joe Biden came out and he was like, "How dare Robert Hur question me about when Beau Biden died?" As if that actually goes against the point he was making, which is Joe Biden can't remember.
Okay,
Joe Biden doesn't remember. Okay. He didn't dispute that fact. He just was upset that Robert Hur asked the question in the first place.
Okay, if he remembered, then asking that is completely reasonable, right? Because it's like, how dare you ask me on something that clearly has affected my life. It's been a huge tragedy that's affected the trajectory of my life, like in such a major way. How dare you assume that I'm so callous and shallow and inhuman to forget something like that? But he did though. But he did.
Right.
And it's like, you don't get to play that card anymore, buddy.
I think he's just grasping for straws at this point because he's fucked.
It's just like, yeah, it's desperation. It's like, it's just pure like inability to cope with reality, I think.
If he knows what reality is.
Well, again, it's a question worth asking, and it's like, at what point do us in the right, like conservatives and libertarians and all those people, anyone who's pushing against the left nowadays, at what point do we have to kind of pump the brakes and say, is directing our hatred towards Biden specifically as the figurehead, as the mascot of his administration, fair? I don't know. Maybe not. If I had an answer, I'd probably give it. But
All right. So Ben Shapiro has a theory on who's actually controlling the Biden administration.
Okay. All right. Let's hear it.
His theory is that Joe Biden is controlling the Biden administration because all the decisions made in the Biden administration are so horrible it can only come from Joe Biden.
I don't know if I buy that. The only way that works is if it's like a Biden hiding his power level kind of situation.
What?
Wait,
Power level?
Yeah, like, okay.
But don't you think
expression before, right?
Like,
no,
like
he gets it.
I gets it, but like,
I think what he's disputing,
stupid and whatever, and then he turned out to actually be kind of like not necessarily smart, but certainly like enough to where he kind of knows what he's doing.
But why would he want to hide it? Wouldn't you want to be a strong leader for your nation, not be viewed as a decrepit old man who's slowly dying out mentally?
I mean, there are multiple leftist frameworks where painting America as weak and to be dominated is very much something that they would want. Especially like Marxist frameworks where the idea is it's not actually about establishing like a better society. It's just about destroying liberalism. It's just about destroying America. And so rotting it out from the inside, both figuratively and literally, would probably be their goal, actually. But again, that kind of implies that Biden understands everything and is specifically doing this for a very specific radical flavor of leftist praxis, and I don't think that's the case.
So Ben Shapiro's point is that because everything is so, like, everything the Biden administration seemingly does, because it seemingly looks so horrible and so unplanned and just bad in every imaginable way, only one person who is not mentally there, who cannot make a well-informed decision, is behind those decisions. That is the whole theory.
I get that, but I feel like that's too simplistic. It's just saying
Occam's
like,
razor.
Yeah, Occam's razor isn't always right. The razor says usually correct, not always correct. And hey, nothing wrong with assuming that the answer might be more simple than it appears. But if we actually engage our brain for a second, are we really going to sit here and say that Biden's administration has been like orchestrated specifically so that all of the plans are coming directly from Joe Biden or at least heavily influenced by Joe Biden specifically, and that's why they're so ineffective, stupid,
so garbage,
short-sighted? Well, like, what does garbage mean, my guy? Like, you
dumpster fire.
That's a synonym for garbage. Okay. I'm just saying,
garbage,
like,
but worse.
Like, okay, maybe we can figure this out if you point to an example.
All right, so the speech he gave right after this report, it was so horrible because it was probably after Joe Biden's bedtime. He did it around 7 p.m. DC time. And the whole point of the report was that Joe Biden is a decrepit old man who has bad memory, right? And then he goes up on stage and he does like this 10-minute speech in which he is not cohesive. No one can understand what he's saying. He slurs his words, and he forgets specific names from high-ranking officials in other countries. And so the whole theory is that only Joe Biden, who is, decrepit, old, can't think in a well-mannered fashion, comes out and gives the speech, which is a dumpster fire.
Okay, so that's a speech.
Right. So
I thought we were
he's
talking
the
about policy.
well. Okay, so we could talk about Afghanistan.
Okay.
Only someone like Joe Biden. Well, this is assuming the theory, right? Only someone like Joe Biden, who is so horrible at his job, can literally pull out of Afghanistan with no plan.
Okay. I'll say this. I actually was expecting you to pull up the Afghanistan example, because I feel like it is one of the crowning jewels of the Biden administration's history, where it was just like a complete fumble. Like, the whole point of it was to do something that the public has, the American people have wanted for a long time, which is get out of the Middle East and stop the forever wars, which is good. But then Biden executed it so absolutely poorly, and specifically only tried to extract people and left what was it, like 8 million or 8 billion worth.
I think it was
big
80
difference. Oh,
80
80,
billion.
80 million worth of
Billion.
80 billion? Holy shit.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, 80 billion worth of weapons and tanks and ammo and all that shit, and we basically just gifted that to the Taliban because we just had to extract. And basically, if it was run by someone who was like even remotely more competent, we would have packed with our things and not given the Taliban a bunch of extra ammunition and weapons. That might have been cool. Also, where did that 80 billion end up going, buddy? Not back to the taxpayers. Whatever. I'm getting back to my point.
Also, the soldiers that died.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, there weren't that many casualties, but yes. I mean, the fact there were any casualties is a complete just travesty and failure on the president's part. So that's actually a completely fair point. So for Afghanistan, I'll give you that. But are there really any other examples of something that the Joe Biden administration has done, like, wrong? Like, good idea, but bad execution. Does that make sense?
Well, I think Joe Biden's wanting to spend more money than has ever been created in human history also kind of falls into that category.
Hold on. Wait, maybe you have a point. Hold on. I think I dismissed this too early. No president in history has added as much to the national debt as Joe Biden. He's clearly not advocating and pushing for socialism, but he's also spending like a socialist would. So okay, so you could think of like there's like a competency spectrum. I'm using the fucking political compass. Just work with me for a sec. There's a competency spectrum, and then there's a morality spectrum. And obviously morality, in my case, I'm looking at it from a rightist perspective. So morality is things that I like good, things I do not like bad. And I have my reasons, but I will list them as I go. So, competency crisis, no, crisis, oh my god, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm literally Joe Biden, okay. Competency spectrum, morality spectrum, okay? 2 axes, alright? So, if Joe Biden was an idiot, if he was just completely melting away at the seams, but was ultimately still trying to be a president that was bipartisan, as was originally stated in his campaign back in 2020, then we should be expecting a lot of Biden's enactments, a lot of Biden's orders to be in line with either morally neutral or morally good, or, you know, morally bad, but only specifically for, like, political reasons. But then competence should always be very low. And what I find is very common with, like, conservatives and a lot of people on the right is that they'll automatically assume that all of Joe Biden's actions are max bad and max incompetent. But that can't actually be true, because max bad requires a level of planning and precision that max incompetent can't pull off. I mean, without destroying America literally in one day and turning it into fucking anarcho-communist hell, which hasn't happened, so let's get out of fantasy land. So, if you can envision, I hope the editor is using some visual for this, because this is going to be way too abstract just here. Good luck, buddy.
Our viewers have good imaginary.
No, buddy.
Yeah, I think they have a good imagination.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Because,
Well,
you know, they are part of our imagination.
it's over. It's over. It's so over. Okay, so
Dude, that's fucked up.
So basically, the way that I saw it was a lot of Biden's actions have been definitely incompetent in many areas, but ultimately there had to be someone else pulling the strings, and that person was more evil but also more competent, and so naturally it kind of levels out. But Ben Shapiro's theory is something along the lines of the conclusion that you drew from the Afghanistan pullout, which was basically like, it's not that, like, evil or malicious, but it's certainly very stupid. And so all of the actions of the Biden presidency can be explained by pure incompetence and pure incapability to perform the powers of the office. And honestly, with those two examples, and there are of course others, I didn't believe it, but I think that might actually kind of make sense. Because...
Wild.
Well, okay, because... I know, King Chow changing his mind on something, unheard of. But, like, think about it, right? It's obvious to assume that the Democratic Party is trying to use Joe Biden as a meat puppet for their projects. But maybe I've given them too much credit, because they haven't actually done that good of a job of implementing a lot of their pet projects through Joe Biden's presidency. I mean, they have the executive branch now, and they've had it for 4 years. And yes, sure, they've destroyed many parts of this country and made them worse. But have they really made them more ideologically pure? Why do many radical leftists still consider Biden to be like a liberal? Like, not like how we think of liberal, but like classical liberal, like old style 1776 Declaration of Independence, Founding Fathers kind of liberal, right? They see him as like counter-revolutionary element or something. How is all of that possible if we are also to assume that Joe Biden's administration is focused on radical political change? Maybe it's not. Maybe this is just the example of when you give a man with the mind of an underdeveloped child and the decay of age complete control over like a third of America. And that sounds like a really obvious conclusion to make, but I mean, this does have a lot of implications, right?
It does.
I mean, is it really possible that he's just an idiot?
Yes.
Well, we know he's an idiot, right? The question is whether he is in full control of his administration.
My original thought process was, on some level, no, but there had to be someone in charge. There had to be someone steering the ship. And if there's not, I mean, maybe that would explain a lot. Or maybe it's both.
Yeah.
You know,
this is the thing.
It probably is a mix of both, to be honest.
Right. So the president has a cabinet for a reason, right? To advise
Right, the
him
cabinet.
in, right? It's to advise him pretty much.
Yeah.
So my view is it's probably a little bit of both. And that's why some decisions seem kind of disconnected from one another, and others kind of seem a little off-putting because maybe it is because Joe Biden uh is in charge of like that specific decision, and it results in something that's completely horrible. Like that's just a complete dumpster fire. So I think it's like a little bit of both. By the way, that was
Yeah,
true
that
for
makes
Donald
sense.
Trump's presidency as well.
Well, the thing
Because
is,
Donald Trump acted out within his own will on certain issues, and he also listened to his cabinet on certain issues as well, particularly in foreign policy.
yes, but I feel like it's important to note that Donald Trump, at least during his term, wasn't crumbling at the seams mentally.
Right.
I know, but that's kind of an important point to point out,
Yeah, his administration was way more effective.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of an unfair contest, but yeah. No, absolutely.
It's like if you breathe and you're the president, you probably did a better job than Joe Biden.
That's fucked.
That's like the bar we're setting.
Bro, that's our president you're talking about, bro. How
maybe
dare you do
it's
that?
fair to say that if you breathed while being the president, you're on par, because that's pretty much all he does.
Like, this is the crazy part. Like, these elitists, every presidency, there's like the President's Foundation that does like a list of the top like presidents or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They put Joe Biden like in the top 15 presidents,
15?
which is wild.
It's over.
I mean, them. I don't think I can even name 15 presidents, to be honest with you.
I mean, I'm in that boat.
Yeah, I could name 15 presidents.
I probably could if I tried.
Yay,
No, name it, no, name it right now.
Okay,
Go
all
on.
right. So let's go backwards because that's probably gonna be easiest. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, or George W. Bush, Clinton, George Bush Senior. Then it was Ronald Reagan. Then it was Jimmy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Who was before Jimmy Carter? What
Let him
fucking
cook. Let him cook.
Motherfucking.
no. Shut up. I got this. Fucking Richard Nixon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Nixon.
Fucking Lyndon B. Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Fucking John F. Kennedy.
Uh-huh.
Fucking Eisenhower.
Lamar Kennedy.
Uh-huh.
Fucking I can't remember like
You know,
chronologically at that
Kennedy
point.
was really open-minded president.
Shut up. All right, let's get started from the beginning.
That's a shut up. That's a
George
shut up.
Washington, John Adams, fucking Abraham Lincoln, fucking. I feel like I named 15 at that point.
No, keep going.
Yeah, it's really
Just
a high
keep
score
going
at
till you
this
can't.
point.
I'm
Keep going
just
till you can't.
no,
I mean,
but
you're
like
forgetting George Washington. Come on now.
I
I
said
think
George
he already said it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah, it's getting worse.
James Buchanan, fucking Abraham Lincoln.
Your name Abraham.
All right, what can we? Did I name 15? Because like
No,
I
keep
don't really want to
going.
think
Keep
anymore.
going.
Hold
You
up.
don't want to keep thinking? You don't want to keep
No.
thinking?
This is
That's
torturous.
crazy. Keep going, bro.
Well,
You're
I
not
definitely
15
named
yet.
15 at
No,
this
no, bro. No. Keep
Shut
going,
up.
bro.
Let's go.
Keep
Let's
going.
get back to the
Are
topic.
you saying all those presidents are better than Joe Biden?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Even
You think
James Buchanan.
Okay.
Oh, Ulysses S. Grant, a good president. He's probably like a top 15 president for me.
Okay. So name your top 15. Actually,
My
make it
top
easier.
15?
Yeah, top 15.
This is bullshit.
Calvin Coolidge, number 1.
Why is he number one?
Who?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is, but I just want to know why. Why is he number one? Why is he the best president of United States history?
Because he was Calvin Coolidge is not like a recent president, but like a relatively recent president in American history. He was like I think president in the 1900s. So basically the 21st century or the 20th century, excuse me. The reason why Calvin Coolidge is such a great president is because he was a very small government minded president.
Based.
And one of his like most famous examples, or one of the things he's most known for, is the fact that he did not speak too much. There's like this one funny story with Calvin Coolidge. A reporter came up to Coolidge and was like, Calvin Coolidge, my colleagues bet me like $50 that I can't manage you to get managed you to say more than 3 words, and then Calvin Coolidge turned back at her and he said, "You lose." So,
All right,
That's,
so Calvin Coolidge is definitely number 1.
too base for this world.
I don't know if that's number one worthy, but okay.
No. Calvin Coolidge is number 1 because he basically eliminated almost all unnecessary spending. So,
Oh.
Calvin Coolidge is definitely number 1.
Probably someone like
I
that
mean,
nowadays.
bro, the shit 1900s. What the fuck was there to buy?
A lot.
Like what?
I need to like debrief myself, but I think he was after World War One. So at that point, there was a lot of spending.
Does Sonny know what government spending is?
Oh, I heard like spending, like just regular spending, like
No.
people.
Like his personal spending. Why does that matter?
I don't know, like no, for like the day to middle class people. I was like,
Why?
oh,
Why would that
What?
matter at all?
I don't know. So I was curious. That's why I was like, why is that the reason?
Too wild for this world.
Okay, Calvin Coolidge is number 1. I'd say number 2. Well, okay. Fuck. I need to re-explain myself. Actually, Calvin Coolidge is number 3. Number 1 has to be Abraham Lincoln. Number 2,
Based.
George Washington. Number 3, Calvin Coolidge. Got to get that straight. Number 4, Ronald Reagan. People say he's too recent of a president. Put it at number 4, number 5. But
Really?
yeah, I think Ronald Reagan should be in a top 5 list.
I put him number 3
Um,
for my opinion.
Like of what above Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah,
But yeah, but you don't know who Calvin Coolidge is, so it's like,
exactly.
why are we having this conversation?
Because you were like attacking these people for their top 15 please list,
Yeah, because it's fucking garbage. You put Joe Biden in the top 15. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, bro. What if they can't name 15 presidents either?
They probably can't.
Exactly, bro. That's why they had such a limited list.
Bro, we are so off topic. It's crazy.
I mean,
Wait, we're talking about the president's list.
We are
How's it off topic, bro?
because we were talking about Joe Biden.
No, we were talking about
and
the
his special
president's
counsel
list,
report by
bro.
Robert Hur. Then we cut to president's list.
Yo, what?
All right, let's get back to this fucking report, okay, guys? How about that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, I think I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, to add to Joe Biden's poor memory, in this interview with Robert Hur, Joe Biden, according to Robert Hur, and I'm gonna quote him. He says, among other things, he mistakenly said he had, quote, a real difference of opinion with General Carl Eikenberry, when in fact Eikenberry was an ally whom Mr. Biden citing approvingly in his Thanksgiving memo to President Obama. So basically, Joe Biden was like, "Oh man, oh this guy, he really disagreed with me like on everything," and then Robert Hur is like, "Nah, man, you actually agreed with him on most things."
Okay.
Uh,
I'll say this though. How much of that is just politickery, and how much of it is dementia? Like that I feel like is not that great of an example, but I understand what you're saying.
I think it's a good example to illustrate the fact that Joe Biden has a poor memory.
Hear me out, right?
Perhaps.
What if Joe was talking about their disagreements between like the type of pancakes they like, Because Joe Biden loves pancakes.
I think I skipped over it, but it was over the Afghanistan debate.
Uh,
So I think it's a little bit more important than pancakes.
oh, so brown pancakes. I see.
Guys, we basically pulled out of Afghanistan because of Joe Biden and people like Eikenberry. All right, we got that to thank for. All right, so it's not pancakes.
Oh.
It could be ice cream though. Like
Who
ice
the
cream's
fuck likes
more on
ice
brand.
cream?
Joe Biden, that's like his whole brand, dude.
Oh yeah, he likes kids. My bad, ice cream.
Chocolate chip? What?
No, you like cupcakes then. All right, get it right.
True.
Ice
Well,
cream means you
know
like
what I've
carrots.
noticed? Pedophiles, you seem to love sweets. Like, Joe Biden likes ice cream. EDP likes cupcakes. That one Minecraft YouTuber likes muffins or whatever.
Oh,
I think these.
what? Dream? Bad Boy Halo? Which one?
what?
likes
They're all, bro. They're all the same to me. They're all the same to me. They're always assaulting either women or minors.
Yikes!
They're what?
Sky does.
They're
Wait, hold on,
either
hold on.
assaulting women or minors, bro.
Okay. Sky does Minecraft. Like
Assaulting women.
no butter.
Oh, real.
It's not sweet. It's savory. So if you assault women, you like savory. If you assault children, you like sweet. There you go. Problem solved.
Real.
Wild conversation. You know, this is gonna be a TikTok, and we're gonna get.
No, please, no, no.
Yeah, we should list off what's your guys' favorite food, like the food item in general.
Oh, no comment.
Oh
Yours
yeah.
is cupcake. It makes sense. Anyways,
No.
Kike, what's yours?
What the fuck?
I mean, I don't
like
know.
my favorite food.
Like favorite food item, like item.
Like something that I can eat every day, perhaps.
Nah. Why the fuck would that be a thing? Then it wouldn't be your favorite item.
I don't think that you could really eat anything like forever.
Shut the fuck
you know.
up! If you are
Not
in
even
a third world country
You can
and
what?
you've basically been starving your whole life, you could eat something that is the same for your entire life if it means you don't starve to death.
I mean, no shit, but I mean, like, enjoy it and like
Your mom's
it,
pussy is one of them.
It got real quiet after
Yeah,
that.
you deserve that.
Dude, this guy like establishes the mood. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what your mom told me last night too.
Dude, you're him, man. You're
I'm
with the
him.
women.
That's the cat, bro.
All right.
Aren't you
What were we talking
aren't
about?
you literally gay though?
I'm sure it's not lie. What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
When he says that, he
That-
means he's the gayest man
That's
alive.
not what
Oh.
the recording says.
What
is true.
recording?
You know the recording.
That one recording.
I wasn't the
nuclear
one sucking dick. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you were hitting from the behind, you know?
You do understand that getting your dick sucked by a guy is still gay, right?
Is he gay?
It's
Yes!
probably more gay.
That's how it works.
Wait,
It
that's
definitely
more
is
gay.
more gay.
You're
Alright,
just beginning.
emergency meeting. Emergency meeting. Let's talk about this.
What was
All
it
right.
supposed to be a fucking politics podcast?
Shut the fuck up. Let's talk about what's more gay.
Oh, it's over.
So, my opinion, getting your penis sucked by a man is more gay than sucking another man's penis.
We should make a TikTok out of this.
No.
Let's do it. All right, this is
hate-
content.
I hate the fucking
All right.
TikToks.
I think it's more gay to suck dick than to get your dick sucked.
I think it is more gay to fuck. I'm having a dementia moment,
Fine moment is crazy.
Dude,
You're
it's 'cause
just
we're on this
saying the
topic, man.
opposite of that, bruh.
Shut up. It's really difficult when we're talking about Joe Biden. All right, it's like it's contagious.
It's
And
funny.
the way
It's
we're
been an
talking-
hour and we have literally not gone through even half of the first page.
It's only been 47 minutes.
No, we've got through like we're on the second page.
No, we're not. We are?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I'm not paying attention.
Unreal. Unreal.
All right, so I think it is more gay to
Are
get
we
your penis
still
sucked
doing this?
by.
What the
Shut the fuck up. We're doing TikTok content.
How is it more gay though? What makes it more gay? Because you're
Shut up.
sucking.
I need
dick,
to say
so
the
it's like-
line so I can fucking put this together.
Man,
all right.
that
Yeah.
guy who's driving the car is fucking terrible. Like, bro, like stop
Bro.
swearing, bruh.
I want to see you
Really?
drive.
Never.
All right, Kaiga, make TikTok. Hurry up.
All right, I think it's more gay to get your penis sucked by another guy. All right, and here's my explanation. It's because when you get penis sucked by another guy, you have to be rock hard. All right. If you are sucking another man's penis, there's a situation in which someone's putting a gun to your head and saying you gotta suck.
Wait,
some
hold on.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Who's
whoa,
made that
whoa,
situation?
Whoa, whoa.
Who made the situation, dog?
There's probably some weirdo out there, you know.
Yeah,
What?
you.
Wait, what? Nah, bro, I'm not EDP.
What?
What?
You like the
EDP?
cupcakes though.
What? It just gets worse. It just gets worse and worse.
All right, Sunny Kakai, explain your defense.
All right, so it's like take the gun out of the situation, right?
No, but you gotta include all possible situations, you know.
Then you also have to include all possible situations.
All right, when are you gonna get rock hard after someone starts sucking your cock? That's a guy.
Well, you see,
All right.
to get your dick hard, it's just a rush of adrenaline towards your dick, right? So all
Well,
the
that means
blood
you
going
like
there.
it.
No, doesn't mean you like it at all.
Yeah.
How do you get morning wood? How do you get morning wood?
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
Without testosterone in
when
the
a
blood
man
flushing through your cock,
puts
bro.
their fucking lips on your fucking rock hard cock in the morning, it eventually will become soft.
What?
You don't think your cock would become soft after a man starts
You
sucking
could
on
always
it?
imagine it being a woman doing it.
Hey, that's fucking gay. Alright, I think I won.
What? How did I get?
Alright, King Child, please decide. He is the jury.
Like he's fucking gay?
Yeah, it's because he's gay. We have to have inclusivity.
He's a minority hire. I thought it was me at first,
I
but
thought it
then
was you. And then it turned into me on like in October.
how was it you in October? Fuck the Jews, bro.
And now it's King Child because he's gay.
Real.
King
Sorry,
Child.
I was too busy beta testing your theory. Okay, so
What?
my fault. Okay.
Testing your theory.
Man, grab one of the kids in the basement. Was like, alright, come
What? Nah. Okay.
No.
So repeat the question. And
Whose
and-
argument won?
Okay, so as far as I can tell, Sonny is arguing that it's gay to suck dick, and you're
No,
arguing.
what's
that-
more gay? What's
well, more gay? Well, yeah,
They're both
obviously
gay. Let's
are
be real here. They're both gay, but
Yeah,
like
but
what's
they're
more
shades of
gay?
gay.
Honestly, I feel like it's kind of stupid to quantify gay in the first place, but fine, all right. If bi people can
It's a
do
spectrum.
it,
But you can quantify gay because
you
like
can't.
some people are more gay than the other person.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna fight that. All right, look.
There's animated gay. There's your type of
Here's-
gay. There.
Damn. All right. Okay, listen. All right. Okay. Here's my verdict. All right.
Uh,
If you are getting your dick sucked by a guy, obviously it's gay, right? But, however, there is something to be said that you are still performing the male role in the action. If you are a guy and you are sucking dick, that is the female role. You are
real.
You are taking the female role in the position, and because you are not female, you are what makes it gay. You are the source. That is more gay. That is my verdict.
Okay, so that's your verdict.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? That means that you believe in gender roles. In our debate we had last podcast, I won. Let's go, guys.
That's
Let's
so
go.
fucking retarded. Okay.
Let's go.
Do you want to revisit that?
I won 2 debates in one.
No,
I
hold
won
on.
2
Go
debates
back.
in one
Go back.
episode.
Go
Let's
back.
go.
You're not slick.
Let's go, guys.
Okay.
Let's go.
Can we
I still
actually
think I won,
revisit
alright?
that? Okay, because here's the thing.
Recount the vote.
Recount the vote. No, there's no recount here.
Listen to me, please. Gender roles make sense in the context of the only context where gender plays a part, i.e. sex.
Like sucking cock.
Well, yes. Okay.
What?
Think about it. Think about it for a second, right? There are gender roles that are applied
Yeah,
to
only
things
women can be
that
under the
do
table.
that are not different based on what sex biologically you are.
Does your titties produce milk?
I mean, wouldn't you like to know?
I'm just saying because it also puts in like a parent relationship. You know, the mother to son or mother to daughter relationship. That's where also gender roles work as well. Gender roles work everywhere.
Look, I'm going to say this. I feel like there's something to be said that gender roles probably make sense for most people. But I don't know if it's enough of the most people to structure all of society around it in a trad kind of way, in a traditionalist kind of society where everyone is expected to uphold those gender roles. I think that on some level, you know, the expectation can be there, but it should be a light expectation with the understanding that some people will do it differently, and that's okay.
No, fuck the gay people who want to adopt people. Cringe. Anyways, let's go back to Joe Biden.
All right. So this last part of the report is probably the most damning part of it all. Nah, bro. You think you're slick?
Nah, bro. You ain't even the fart, bro.
You think you're slit? Or
Slit? I'm slit, bro. I'm slit,
You
bro.
think you're slick? You're not even the shit.
Nah, bro. It's not even the fart. Get it right. I can do this all day.
Oh, just open up a new fucking doc and paste it
Oh,
there.
fuck, never mind.
All right, so let's talk about this because Democrats' whole thing is, oh look, Robert Hurt is not charging Joe Biden with any crime. That must mean he's completely innocent. Well, Robert Hurt thinks actually differently, and he has a
I
reason.
just blanked out hard. What the fuck were you talking about?
Democrats basically are saying.
Dementia's heading different today.
Democrats are saying Robert Hurt, because he's not prosecuting Joe Biden, that means he's innocent. Well, that's not what Robert Hurt says in his report. So let's read this out real quick. He says, quote, Mr. Biden will likely present himself to the jury, as he did during his interview with our office, as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. While he is and must be accountable for his actions, he is, after all, the President of the United States. Based on our direct observations of him, Mr. Biden is someone for whom many jurors will want to search for a reasonable doubt. It would be difficult to convince a jury they should convict him by then a former president who will be at least well into his 80s of a serious felonies. Let me just emphasize this last little sentence here. A serious felony that requires a mental state of willingness. So basically, Robert Hurt is like, this guy's not here, man. There's no one in Joe Biden's head. And because of that, it's hard convincing a jury that there is willingfulness or basically a state of intent in Joe Biden's actions.
Basically, like, he's implying, like, you know, a jury wouldn't say that Joe Biden is guilty of any wrongdoing because essentially he's mentally disabled. And
right, because he's mentally disabled, there's no intent.
You might even be able to say that that's correct. However, that also has implications. Like, wouldn't that be grounds for impeachment? Oh, that was the word I was thinking for. You know, like, or at least, you know, something to call into question if that would stand in a court of law, would it also stand at the Supreme Court? You know, it's just like that opens up a whole other can of worms, and I think there's something to be said that the reason why it's not being investigated further is for partisan political reasons.
Now, to be fair, to Robert Hurt, he is a Republican, a registered Republican. And he has something called prosecutorial discretion. And what that basically suggests is prosecutors can decide if they want to prosecute specific people. And what Robert Hurt is saying here is, under prosecutorial discretion, he believes that if he were to get this in front of a jury, he wouldn't be able to convict easily because the jury would provide some sort of doubt about the mental state of Joe Biden's health. That is what he is saying in this report. And you may think, all right, well, this is partisan. Look what they're doing to Trump. But understand this. Donald Trump should not be charged for classified documents because basically all presidents do that. Now, Robert Hurt opened this investigation into Joe Biden about these classified documents largely in a response to Donald Trump. He has taken a path, the correct path in my opinion, about pointing out, hey man, this guy is not totally here. Democrats, although Donald Trump is, in my opinion, from my assessment, almost all there, they're still continuing to prosecute Donald Trump for political partisan reasons. In my opinion, Robert Hurt, because he is choosing not to prosecute Joe Biden, that is not partisan.
Okay, I'll say this. I think that's fair. That's a fair analysis. But I would say that, you know, that keep in mind that that's a concern about the jury, not actually a verdict from.
Realistic.
What?
It's a realistic assumption to make.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing to consider is that if this really was a partisan move from Republicans to slander Joe Biden's name to get him impeached or to worsen his approval rating, then why? Okay, think about it like this: a Republican's goal, if only acting logically in service of the Republican Party, and you know only acting in a purely like I would say snakish or partisan manner, their goal would be to make Joe Biden, you know, either look bad or, you know, be punished or taken out of office or both. wouldn't the more direct option, if we're only talking in a very sort of strictly partisan sense, be not to give Joe Biden cover and defense against a trial that could very well, put him in legal trouble, or it's a criminal case. And so the thing is, why would a Republican what it was like was it a Republican judge?
Robert Hur, the special counsel who's in charge of, he's basically the prosecutor of this case.
Oh, right,
He
the
decided,
prosecutor. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why would a Republican prosecutor specifically go out of their way to give Joe Biden the benefit of the doubt if he was strictly a partisan?
He didn't give Joe Biden the benefit of the doubt. What he's doing here is basically saying Joe Biden's not there, and because of that, it's going to be hard to convict him. Now, my whole thing with...
that's what I'm saying. That's saying that in context, that would seem to imply that oh my god, I'm having a complete Joe Biden moment. Sorry. God.
No way.
Yeah, okay. Real. Sorry. Okay, so getting back to my point, which was why would a Republican prosecutor basically like play cover for Joe Biden by saying like this trial isn't really worth pursuing because everyone in the jury would like basically come to the conclusion that he's not mentally fit and therefore not responsible. Like that seems to be actually I guess thinking about it for a little bit longer, I guess it's really not even really playing cover for him, but it's really more about just like facing facts, facing reality. So this sort of like imaginary view of him being like a super like I guess partisan hack probably doesn't really make sense for this comparison. Never mind. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's okay. I will say this though. This report by Robert Hur will be more advantageous to Republicans in this election cycle than Joe Biden being prosecuted by Robert Hur, just because if he gets prosecuted by Robert Hur, understand how long a trial takes. By the time the trial even starts, the election year will probably be over.
Yeah.
So, and you can understand just by what I just said why this makes Democrats so angry. But what was laid out in this the special counsel report is really damning. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Especially since it's the president of the United States. But anyways, guys.
Which was
what?
Well, I thought you were building to something.
No, he already said
no.
the.
I already
bro,
busted.
I'm fully gone. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty damning to be fair.
It's really damning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we already knew.
400 pages of this. Like, it gets bad.
You read that shit? That's crazy.
Nah, I read about 50.
I was about to say I wouldn't even read one page of that shit, bro. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I got that.
I barely read the script.
YouTube Shorts hand page.
I will say, once I read the first page, I'm like, what the fuck?
I think I might need to retire for Sins of Liberty, bro. I'm
What? No, you're the one who talks.
I'm going full fucking like Joe Biden mode, bro.
Don't worry, we're almost getting to the fucking TikTok ADHD content, alright?
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, that's my favorite kind of topic. Okay? Yeah, that's my favorite topic.
Riz, Ohio, God.
What? Ohio? That was last year, buddy. Bro, Skibbity Riz is out of here, too.
No, they got that Gen Alpha.
It's all about sketch. Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother.
It sucks that you have the updated Gen Alpha lingo. God, I'm losing it.
That's crazy.
Speaking of people losing it, Joe Biden during the State of the Union. You like that?
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Keep going.
So,
oh yeah, we finally get to talk about the State of the Union. Yay.
Yeah, so the State of the Union.
What? It was so good, man.
Do you have eyes?
Bro.
Do you have ears?
No. I mean, I must
Full
not.
Joe Biden moment.
Literally. That's what I'm saying.
We love Joe Biden. We love him.
We love Joe Biden.
Well, Chow likes him a little bit more than love.
What the heck?
He wants to fuck you.
What?
Yo.
That is wild.
Anyways, so as predicted,
How do you
by
transition from that? You're kind of
transition to what?
you're cooked.
Yeah.
You're done.
As many predicted, the State of the Union was a dumpster fire because Joe Biden was basically non-comprehensible. Just because he slurred his words, he misspoke, and generally he looked like a doddering old fool.
Just like
But
regular
like-
Joe then.
we could spend like 20 minutes just highlighting all of those instances in which he slurred his words and where he was incomprehensible.
And if
That
I
would be
had my
kind of
way, I
boring.
would do that. But regardless,
That would be boring, in my opinion.
That's fair,
I mean,
actually. Maybe we don't need to subject our viewers to that kind of suffering.
that's
this
what I'm
time.
saying. They already have to suffer by listening to this podcast.
Honestly,
Real. I would not even listen to 1 second. Heck, I don't listen to this one.
why are you here right now?
Why am I here? That's a good question. You're right. I'm gonna go back to playing Madden. Back to playing Madden.
Hey, yo.
Bro puts a Madden over the podcast. No way.
You should. You should do that at the bottom. Just Madden and then top our podcast. Just like the true, this new generation's going.
Yeah, tier list is like, recording podcast D tier, everything else is higher.
Ain't no way.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So let's get back to this. So, do you guys know who Laken Riley is?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Chow, do you know who she is?
Yeah, obviously.
All right.
No idea.
You don't know who she is.
So to
That's
give context,
crazy.
do you want to do it, Sonny? Since you obviously speak a lot and you deserve more of your time.
No, I don't want to speak. I'll let the Jew talk about it.
All right.
What the?
So, Laken
Ironic.
Riley was a
You're fucking dick. There's no reason.
well, it's true, but she was a Georgia University student who was killed by an illegal immigrant for no reason whatsoever.
Oh my god. I do know about this. Yeah, this was in like last week's news cycle.
Yeah, it was a big story.
I totally forgot. Fuck. Okay.
But anyways, and a lot of people are saying that Laken Riley's death is at the hands of Joe Biden. Now, I think that argument is, I think it's fair to some degree, but here's my assessment of that. Look, whoever the president is, there's always going to be some sort of illegal immigration. It's hard to suggest that because of Joe Biden's illegal immigration policies, that one person, for sure, took advantage of it and, basically killed her. Although it's a high likelihood, right? Understand this: if Donald Trump was president, there would still be illegal immigration, and this person might have, went to the furthest extent possible, and might have illegally immigrated in ways no one could imagine, and still killed Laken Riley. But to suggest that Joe Biden has no blood on his hands is also ridiculous because he probably has significant blood. It is.
Yeah.
Because he is making illegal immigration ridiculously easy. And when you make it ridiculously easy, you have opportunities, although it might not be this exact person, you have opportunities of people equivalent to this person entering the country and probably, just by statistically, basically destroying cities or destroying lives or whatever the case is.
I think, personally, that saying Joe Biden has blood on his hands is probably a little bit hyperbolic. But I get where this is coming from, and I totally agree. You open up the borders, and you expect everyone who comes in to be not just nice, but like a surplus to the country, like
That's it.
a positive, net positive asset to society in our country. And the thing is, it's like you can't really have both, because when you let anyone in, you let everyone in, and everyone includes a lot of people who you probably don't want to enter America. And so, it's like, I don't know if you can personally hold Joe Biden responsible for this killing, but I think you could definitely say that Joe Biden's policies do lead to tragedies like this becoming more commonplace. And that's...
Exactly.
I don't know. I find it very stupid, especially since, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't happen to Donald Trump if he was president because of the fact of his border policy and how Joe Biden's policy basically open borders. Because this man was basically allowed to stay in the country during his immigration case, right? And he's from Venezuela. And this isn't the only case that happened this week. Another kid, a kid from Texas, was also killed. I believe he was 12 years old. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. But he was also killed by a legal immigrant. So she's not the only case. It's just the bigger case that's come out recently. And it's also mostly due to Joe Biden's bad policy and leadership skills and his decrepit old body and mind. And please just get him impeached. Like, this is gonna continue happening unless someone or like he does something.
Now, my general point with this is it's impossible to point if literally Joe Biden, because of his policies, allowed an individual like this to enter the country, or
But how
if
is
they
it
would have.
impossible?
Because what if you'll never know like the method they entered through if it was like under the cartel tunnels or whatever.
Well, we literally know the method. It's through the. We literally talked about a previous podcast episode where they were allowed to
Right, but we
literally
don't
have
know
a
about
court
that
case.
specific person.
Well, this person, yes, we do. There's literally. It's. I found it easily on this website, AP News.
So you know
That
how
he's.
he entered?
Yeah, through. They use that at a court case. He didn't go to. He stayed in the country, and that's how he came in. The
He
country.
didn't have a court case?
He did. He did a immigration case. And you know how for them to like approve him coming in the country. Yeah, they give him a court case to come into.
Okay, so then in this case, yeah, it's directly on Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's fair. And I'm willing to admit that. But let's get back to this. So during the State of the Union, a lot of people on the right side of the aisle, they wore pins that say her name. Because presumably they would want Joe Biden to say Laken Riley's name to basically address this ongoing issue at the border. And Joe Biden, after he was heckled on stage, actually said a person's name, but not Laken Riley's name. So let's look at this first clip and let's just get your guys' reactions. I'm highlighting it, Joe.
All right, we'll do.
I'd be a winner. Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand. But look.
All right, so let's address a couple of things that are disgusting in this video.
Okay.
Number one, Joe Biden doesn't say Laken Riley, he says Lincoln Riley. Number two, Joe Biden proceeds to diminish Laken Riley's death because thousands of other people have been killed. And number three, is him using Beau Biden's death to basically connect with Laken Riley's parents. Which, by the way, we just addressed. Joe Biden doesn't remember the exact day Beau Biden died.
I'll say this much, right? Like, mistaking her name, I won't give him too much, you know, because that's just a simple mistake.
And also,
him trying to...
we know that he is prone to make gaffes like this, so it's not personal.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is, let me just come back at that for a second. I'll let you continue.
Yeah,
the problem is, the whole point of Marjorie Taylor Pin, which says "say her name," is to properly say her name. And Joe Biden literally pulls out a pin that says "say her name" with Laken Riley's name on it, and he still butchers it. Right, his whole thing with this like him addressing the hecklers was to prove them wrong that he could say Laken Riley's name correctly, and he still couldn't do that.
Yeah, but that's not like...
It's not too big a deal.
I wouldn't say that's evil. That's just kind of...
Well, I said it was disgusting.
I don't know if it's disgusting
even say it's
either.
disgusting. It's just kind of, like, wow.
I mean, I think it's disgusting. I think it's a matter of
Fair
opinion.
enough.
I don't know. I mistake names all the time, so like I can sympathize. And like when him bringing up his son, he's trying to relate and bring that relation with the parents losing a child, so he knows how it feels going through those emotions,
I
right?
don't actually think that part is that bad.
Exactly. I don't think it's part that's bad either. So I'm making the point. And he's trying to make it relatable, you know.
Trying to be the key word, but yes.
Yeah, because
I don't think you can make it relatable because Joe Biden died of cancer and Lincoln Riley died as a direct result from Joe Biden's policies.
yeah, but it's losing a child. That's what he's trying to make that relation to with the parents. He
And
didn't say,
again-
"Oh yeah, it's the same." He's not trying to say that. He's saying, "Oh, I've lost a child. I know how that feels too, and my heart goes out to you." I don't think that's a disgusting thing.
And
I
again, I,
personally think
really
it's
must
disgusting.
reinforce that it was indirectly because of Joe Biden's policies. Joe Biden's policies,
I think Sonny established it was directly because of Joe Biden's policies.
but
It
that's
was directly.
how.
So we discussed this in a previous podcast episode on how, Joe Biden made it that these leaves can come in, made a date for their case that they had to
Yes.
come in, but since it's in the future, they can still enter the country and then come back to the case.
Yes.
But then a lot of illegals, what they do is they just don't show up to the case and stay in the country.
Yeah. And
So this is what happened in this situation. This
So whose fault is
Venezuelan
that?
man, that's Biden's. It's directly Biden's policy.
Isn't it the fault
No.
of the man? Like, the fuck?
Right, but it's
Huh?
also because of a result of Joe Biden's policy.
Okay, but again, Joe Biden's policy made that possible. But I
But
think
if it wasn't for the policy, he wouldn't be allowed in the country in general.
true.
He would have to wait in his original country to come in.
but that's
for his
still,
case.
That's still an indirect causal
How is that
link.
indirect? Correct.
Because-
What? That's a directly. What?
Okay. Okay, what that man did was he took an advantage of a legal loophole created from a policy that was supposed to allow people, illegal immigrants with a court case to be able to enter the country wait for their case. The fact of the matter is, on some level, I don't know if saying that that's a direct, causal factor of that was this murder is fair. It's just a little bit too sensationalist for me.
But if without that policy, he would not be allowed in.
True, but also there is a possibility that that man could have just not killed her and still entered the country. So it's not causal. It's correlated, but it's not a causal link. It was
I think
one
the
of many
problem-
factors that caused this tragedy to happen, but it wasn't the cause.
I think the problem with this case is, yes, it's 100% the man's fault,
Yes,
but also if he wasn't enabled by Joe Biden, this wouldn't be possible.
true. But I still think that falls into indirect. Maybe I'm just crazy on that, but I don't know.
Shut up, you're
I think
crazy.
it's
You're crazy.
I think it's like
Okay.
a two-pronged problem.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I view it as a two-pronged problem, and I think Chow views it as a one-pronged problem.
Okay.
I think that's the difference.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. I see.
Regardless,
Where were we?
I
by
mean,
the way?
like it really matters. This is
We
mostly
were
semantics
the
anyway.
Lincoln Riley. He said
Right.
instead
But
of Lincoln.
what part of Lincoln right?
We were the first clip. Are you talking about the
All
script
right.
or the conversation?
The
'Cause we were
conversation.
talking about the parents and how you were saying it's disgusting that he's trying to relate with his son. Well, me and Chow were saying it wasn't disgusting. He was just trying to put his heart out because he also lost a child.
It was certainly at least
Okay, but
understandable.
let me tell you this. It's fine, right, if you're relating. Although I do have some serious doubt if his policies are a direct result of that. But literally 5 seconds beforehand, he said he tried to diminish Lincoln Riley's death because thousands of other people died.
Yeah, we're not arguing that. We can understand that that's disgusting.
I mean, that just kind of sounds like it's tone deaf, which is again classic
Right.
for
So
Biden.
my whole point is just reviewing the context. I think it's quite disgusting trying to relate to them.
You know what?
Because
I'll say this. From the angle of it's diminishing that specific event because there were so many like it, from that angle specifically, okay, You know, I could see that, but everything else, no, not really.
Okay, fine. Now, we want to know something actually disgusting
Yeah,
that I think all of us would agree on, no matter what.
that.
All right. So I don't know if you caught in that speech or in the State of the Union, Joe Biden said a word that liberals and Democrats are not allowed to use when describing illegal immigrants.
What?
Did you guys catch it? Yes.
Whoa.
Joe Biden.
Whoa! Careful! You might get canceled off that word.
Yeah,
Joe Biden almost did.
You're
Only I can say it. Come
You're
on.
supposed to call them heckin' undocumented dreamers.
So great.
And the funny part is that's exactly what happened. So Joe Biden, he got a lot of slack from the left because he used the word illegal to describe a person that was an illegal immigrant who killed Laken Riley. Because, you know, he's an illegal immigrant. And Joe Biden apologized to the illegal immigrant on national television when he did not apologize to Laken Riley's family.
Yeah.
So let's just watch this clip.
But during your response to her heckling of you, you used the word illegal when talking about the man who allegedly killed Laken Riley.
An undocumented person. And I shouldn't have used illegal. It's undocumented. And look, when I spoke about the difference between Trump and me, one of the things I talked about on the border was that the way he talks about vermin, the way he talks about these people polluting the blood. I talked about what I'm not going to do, what I won't do. I'm not going to treat any of these people with disrespect. Look, they built the country. The reason our economy is growing. We have to control the border and more orderly flow, but I don't share his view at all.
So you regret using that word?
Yes.
Bro, I must have not gotten a good look of Joe Biden, like, in person. Like, what the hell? It's gotten worse. No, but yeah, like the fucking revisionist history. I should have said undocumented person.
It's crazy. I don't see the problem with using illegal because it's right. Undocumented is also right, but you shouldn't be apologizing. You know, the guy literally murdered one of your citizens that you're supposed to protect.
Here's the thing. Okay, to me, right? I feel like the old term was illegal alien, and I feel like that came from I guess a more historical context where it was more about that alienation, that kind of idea where it's like, you know, it's an invasive force. Ironic given current circumstances, but I could totally see the switch from illegal alien to illegal immigrant. It still conveys the same information, but it focuses more on, I guess you could say, an objective perspective that doesn't try to put too much moral weight to the act of being an illegal immigrant, and instead allows individual people to come up with those moral judgments themselves, which is what it should be. Undocumented person conveys less information than illegal immigrant. Like,
yeah, like, what does that mean?
Okay, undocumented means you don't have documents. It means you don't have your papers. It means you don't
Right,
have...
wouldn't that also apply if you're in an airport and you lose your passport? Oh, I'm undocumented, man.
Yeah, right? The thing is, the usefulness of the term illegal is that it describes that you're doing something wrong. I mean,
right?
Not morally wrong. This isn't about morals. This is specifically about...
Just criminally.
Yes, the structure of America, the structure of our country, and the structure of the citizenry is specifically built around a national identity that you must either be born into or immigrate into. If you are an illegal immigrant, you have bypassed this structure, and you are an immigrant who is illegal. Information is being conveyed in an objective yet informative manner. Undocumented person says literally that you're not on the books. You don't have an identification with you that says you are a U.S. citizen. That doesn't actually convey information that you are bypassing the legalization process, or that you don't belong in this country because you are actively avoiding becoming a member of this country rightfully through the immigration process. It conveys less information, and yet it's being used because illegal immigrant has a cultural stigma, arguably, as it should, an undocumented person is like nicer on the ears. It's the same thing of going from mentally retarded to differently abled, intellectually challenged. All of these words that are just kind of, they're meant to be softer, and some of them are fine, but others they lose information in the process. And there's something to be said that language's primary purpose is to convey information. And so, if you end up with if language that doesn't actually convey the information that it's supposed to, then what's even the point of talking about it? And that could actually be completely intentional. Obviously the running joke is, 1984, George Orwell. But in that story, there's the concept of newspeak, the new type of language in Oceania, where basically all words are specifically structured so that they kind of mean nothing and everything at the same time, and thus very little actual information is conveyed. And this allows there to be very little, if no, civilian uprising, because they can't actually convey with each other through language that something is wrong. And if you consider the modern day progressive left to be authoritarian, which I do, you could definitely see how they might be taking a page out of George Orwell's book, literally, in rephrasing things that might be, politically uncomfortable, into something that is nicer on the ears and less stigmatizing and less marginalizing, but also less informative and less useful and easier to obfuscate. And I mean, even undocumented person got replaced with dreamer, which conveys zero information.
That's like all of America, bro.
Right? The idea
American dream is like literally what America's about.
Yeah. So what's the difference between an American citizen and a dreamer? Well, there is a difference, but the word dreamer doesn't tell you it. It just sidesteps the problem and hopes you won't think about it too hard, which unfortunately a lot of people won't. So it's like, what I'm doing right now is I'm pointing out how that doesn't make sense, but it absolutely does make sense if your goal is to destroy language. But anyways, that's me being a conspiracy theorist again. This whole thing is stupid. Just call people illegal immigrants if they don't come into the country properly, because that's what they are.
Right. And Pelosi also had a response, and let's just listen to it. It's similar to Biden's, but I think it also adds on to the fact that even the moderate Democrats like Pelosi are caving into this.
Yeah, no surprise. All right, let's see.
Now, you should have said undocumented, but that's not a big thing, okay? What's the big thing about it?
No, I actually wasn't even going to ask about that. I was just going to ask more about the moment. But you do think that he should have said undocumented? That wasn't going to be my question.
Well, we usually say undocumented. He said
Yeah, see, like, immediately out of the gate, she comes swinging. Like, didn't even give the interviewer, the anchor, like, a chance to ask for comment. Pelosi was immediately just like, should have said undocumented. Should have said undocumented.
a big thing, okay? What's the big thing about it?
I think because she knew that's what most people were mad about and were going to be mad about, so she's prepared for it.
Yeah.
Should have said undocumented? That wasn't going to be my question.
Well,
Yeah, that is
say
quite disgusting. I think we all agree on that.
I don't even know if it's necessarily disgusting. I mean, it's certainly,
All right, think about it like this. Let me put it into perspective.
Okay.
Laken Riley was just killed, and all Democrats could really care about is whether or not President Biden used the correct terminology to describe her killer.
Okay, you know what? You've convinced me. That actually is pretty fucking disgusting. Because because it's very clear that, it's politically uncomfortable, and instead of just, dealing with it and being morally righteous and good, in spite of their politics, they're just playing the fucking optics game and shifting the focus over to calling the illegal immigrant an illegal immigrant instead of undocumented, which again conveys less information. Yeah, that well, because the thing is, not only does it does two things. It takes away focus from the actual the crime of the victim and the victim's family, but it also turns that tragedy into an opportunity to push the political message, which is pretty fucking disgusting.
I agree. Now, Sonny, you got anything to add?
I just think that these people are focusing on the wrong thing here.
Right.
We should, like what I always say, guys. When in doubt, kick them out. Okay, kick all of them brown people out of here. All of them strawberry picking. All of them bean eating.
Picking. I mean, what?
No, wrong one.
Wrong one, bro. They shook strawberries, almonds, peanuts,
Mangoes, avocados.
Yeah, right. So you first, right? Like
me first. I have papers. Do you?
No, you don't.
He's got lots of papers.
You don't? You don't have papers?
Oh no, I do. You don't.
You do? Oh, I
He's
prove.
got pasta papers, man.
Oh yeah, post my fucking social security online. Bet.
Yeah, do it right now.
Got you, bro. It'll be in the description below.
Alright, guys, we established this in the last episode. Sonny doesn't have papers. Chow has pasta papers. I have banknotes.
Oh no, what? Oh, pasta bag. I forgot about that.
What the fuck is that?
The banknotes one is crazy.
Yeah, because he's Jewish and we hate Jews.
Yes,
here.
we get the point. Did you know that? Did you guys know that the joke is that he's a Jew? Oh my god.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Oh my god, these guys' IQs are really low. We had to explain that one.
Well, yeah. They watch our podcast. Their IQ is hell low. Come on, let's read here.
That's probably true.
You know, the best way to keep an audience is to not insult them. Just
No, they should go kill themselves.
No, they like to be diminished.
Especially one of our viewers. I'm not gonna say his name.
What?
But I think we all know what we're talking about. You don't know who I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Alright, editor. Bleep this. Masato.
Oh.
Why you sound so depressed?
I just like bruh.
It's okay. I won't offend your boyfriend no more.
Call him my boyfriend
Anyways.
again and I'll make you my fault. Alright. We move forward.
You're wild.
Alright, so let's talk about something that was absurd that Joe Biden said in the State of the Union. Joe Biden said COVID vaccines are being used to beat cancer, guys. So
Real.
this guy has like some new technology that no one else has access to, and he just revealed this bombshell information,
Are we
guys.
still talking about fucking COVID? Ugh.
The vaccines that saved us from COVID are now being used to beat cancer, turning setback into comeback.
Nah, his evidence was because he said so, bro.
Trust him. Source, trust me.
Trust
Real.
the science. Trust the science.
It's like that Keemstar meme where he started like the source, trust me. That's all I'm saying. Joe, we are the Keemstar of politics, but Joe Biden is the Keemstar of...
Of logic.
Oh, he's the Keemstar of logic. You're right.
Fucking hell, brother.
It just doesn't sit right still, you know? He's gonna be the Keemstar of something else. We'll figure that out later.
Oh, being racist, because they both said the N-word, the hard R.
Oh, you're right. He did say that word.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
It's over.
How about we say it too? I'll start.
I don't know. Chow's already said it.
Do it.
That is true. Shaw has said it.
I think our dues already paid.
Terrified.
Terrified?
0 balls. None.
Did you not hear me? Yes. I mean, what?
Right now. Right now.
I've never said it. I would never say it because
Come on, bro.
I am not. I only have 100% black in me.
Come on. We're waiting.
Okay. Keep waiting. I'm gonna play Madden.
Terrified.
Say it right now then. Are you terrified?
No, you're terrified. Say it
Nah,
right
you're
now.
terrified.
Right
You
now.
say it right now.
Right now.
You say it right now.
For the recording. Come on, bro. You started it. You finished it.
I mean, started it. Nah, I'd rather have my co-host finish it, you know?
Uh-huh.
All ladies first.
Exactly.
Anyways, guys, let's end the Joe Biden slam on a positive note that's funny.
We're ending it.
I know this is the first topic.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let me check the
First topic, you're crazy.
hour and a half. Yeah, okay, great. All right, we're finally ending the fucking Joe Biden slam. Here we go.
We got one more.
Oh wait, did we finish up the cancer thing?
Did we?
I think we did. It was like a small
it's just
point.
important to really like hammer home Joe Biden
Alright,
is
go for
fucking retarded. Okay, next topic.
All right, there's one more part in the Joe Biden slam, and that is Donald Trump's response to it. So let's just watch this clip. It's very, serious, and it's very detailed, and it's probably one of Donald Trump's best pieces of work. So let's just watch this one, all right, guys?
We're going to buy American. We're going to buy American. So trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933. Also caps and won't even go into effect until 2025. And by the way, that law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
Bro, what is that terrifying fucking AI? What is this?
That's a Snapchat filter.
All right, let's see it.
What?
Let's see it.
Donald Trump use Snapchat filters.
That is terrifying. All right, let's watch.
We're going to buy American. We're going to buy American. So trade rules. Buy America has been the law since 1933. Also caps and won't even go.
Bro, like that first filter be looking like viewed fucking Mandela catalog. That's crazy.
I'm just saying that first filter kind of just looks like Kamala Harris.
That's what?
You guys don't see it?
No.
The first filter, though, I mean, that just looks like her, in my opinion.
Oh, God, okay.
1930.
I'm watching.
Also caps and won't even go into effect until 2025.
When Trump posts something like this, like,
By the
all
way,
you can do is laugh, man.
That law was written and the benefit expires in 2025. New electric grids that are able to weather major storms and not prevent those forest fires.
Oh, let's go. Joe Biden's a furry? Oh, well, that I can get behind. Oh, my fault.
Oh, no.
Fires. We're going to buy American.
Oh, wait, okay, it looped. Dude.
Donald Trump posted that to his Truth Social.
Oh, my. Okay, I'm just going to say this. That's honestly kind of unimpressive. I know.
It's funny.
Kinda.
You don't think it's funny?
It's funny from a purely absurdist standpoint, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and just say, for the record, that this is literally just the "I am silly. Look at how silly I am," meme of like my political opponent is so wacky and silly, and look at all of the funny faces and filters they have. It's just like that's not interesting, Maybe
I'm just saying, these are our presidential candidates, guys.
Okay, I find it hilarious that they're beefing like that on fucking Twitter. Like, that's great, but I mean, the actual content itself of the video is just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess this exists. Sure.
Yeah.
I saw on Instagram, it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he put it on Instagram, too. It was wild.
Yeah, so.
But anyways, that's the weekly Joe Biden slam.
Finally, let's get to the good stuff.
Taylor Swift, guys.
I love Taylor Swift, especially watching her in football.
I don't know why this isn't the Joe Biden slam.
Yeah, can we just separate that?
Chow, did you put this in?
No.
Who the fuck put it in?
Not me.
I didn't put it in. That's why I asked. Why is it
Okay, let's get this shit out.
Wait, no, wait, whoa, buddy. Why are we getting it out?
What is this about?
If no one knows what it's about, take it out. If no one knows what it's about, that's just unprofessionalism. We're taking it out.
What do you mean? How is this professional at all?
Because no one knew who put it in. That means no one put it in, bro.
Dude, we do not run a professional fucking show here. Come on now.
We run a super professional show.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but we don't even know what it's about. Just take it out. No one.
Fine.
There's no purpose of it being there.
Taylor Swift is a psyop. There, I did my fucking dog whistle. Let's go on to the next thing.
Chris, you fucking have a dog
He's
whistle.
gonna get funding by the RNC. All right. All right, Chow. I think this is your next topic.
It is.
RFK.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, Sonny sent
Take control,
this...
buddy.
Okay, buddy. Sonny sent this to the chat, and I took a look at this. So this is on TikTok actually. Don't worry.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy.
Okay, that started the fucking video. Okay, so this is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and he's, I believe, running for president.
As independent party.
As under the independent party, yes. And basically, you know, he's trying to do the whole like centrist thing of like trying to, you know, play to both sides. You know, two-party system is terrible. It's done bad things for the country. Let's try to fix things in a way that works for everybody. This was the same platform that Biden ran on, but something tells me RFK Jr. might be a little bit more serious about it this time. I don't know why I said this time. You get the point. So I watched it all, and I gotta say, lot of very based points. There are also some things, obviously, that I didn't really, it just felt a little milquetoast, but that's not really anything to be shocked by or surprised about. I think having a variety of candidates is going to be important, and obviously, I do agree that the two-party system has definitely got a lot of flaws, and anything that we can do to make things like lowering government spending and getting the immigration crisis and the economy under control not necessarily a partisan thing is good. Like I don't, unless you're like a full-on socialist, in which case you're just gone. You're the enemy, right? But if you're a leftist who is you know, at least agrees that capitalism is like a necessary evil, right? Or thinks that and is willing to work within the system to make leftist change without being a full fucking radical about it, and is, you know, capable of saying, as long as we have a strong welfare state and government regulation to stop the quote-unquote failures of capitalism. I, of course, have many criticisms with all of these views, but at least it's not fucking communism. This definitely felt like something that everyone on the reasonable side of politics could probably get behind. And that's good, because the thing is, if we do not get spending under control, and we do not get immigration under control, America is not headed for a great path, because both of those things are killing us. I mean, literally and figuratively, depending on who you are, what context you're in. As we saw from the Laken Riley situation, it can very much be literal. But I guess my point here is that it's good that that's becoming nonpartisan. I am a partisan. I will say that very openly. I am someone who supports my ideology and my party and my side, right? But I also recognize that there is a place for nonpartisan politics where both sides can somewhat agree, at least, you know, tolerate each other and create positive change. But that's a lot harder to do when the left has spiraled into this completely unreasonable, just echo chamber of itself. And then, of course, the right has done the exact same thing. So, but the left especially has kind of ideologically captured a large portion of America and the rest of the Western world through cultural Marxism. So essentially, if RFKJ has the ability to break down some of that ideological subversion, even if it's for centrism, even if it's for what you might call center-left policies in some areas, that's good. That will always be good, and I'll support that, you know? I would probably choose Trump over Robert F. Kennedy Jr., but he's a good choice, and I would absolutely understand if people voted for him, because this is the promise that Biden made, but without a lot of the corruption that follows the Democratic Party. And so it might be worth looking into. Or, you know,
By the way,
be based and vote libertarian. Just saying.
this is what Bernie should have done in 2016. That's my opinion.
Bernie was too ideologically captured to do that. Bernie is a socialist. He was advocating for socialist causes. You can't point out a lot of these problems if you're a socialist, because they are direct causal byproducts of socialist theory applied to areas outside of economics.
To be honest, that's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Bernie is an independent. He's not a Democrat. And he ran as a Democrat for the presidential election in 2016. And then the DNC fucked him over by basically giving the nomination to Hillary Clinton. And Bernie was like, nah, man, I'm not going to actually run as an independent. So Bernie should have done the same thing.
You should have just run as an independent. Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe you should have run under the Green Party. Maybe that would have worked.
Bernie is actually pretty smart in the sense that he knows if he ran as a third party, Hillary Clinton would have for sure lost. But she ended up losing anyways.
Yeah.
But anyways, are we going to watch like some of it? The RFK stuff?
Should we? It's only 9 minutes. I'd be down.
Only? Manly just said only 9 minutes.
Dude, the podcast is 3 hours.
Yeah, but like... And?
Okay, I don't think I can include like the whole 9 minutes, obviously, in the podcast.
But we can watch it and give our live thoughts if you want. Or we can move on. I'd be down for either.
I think we should move on. If we don't have segments already picked up beforehand, I don't think we should react to it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I mean, I already gave most of my thoughts. I mean, you guys have both seen it, so if there's anything that you want to add, go ahead.
No, you summed it up pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Moving on, then. Oh, speaking of TikTok... See, I told you I'd work it in somehow.
You got it.
That transition was ass, dog. We talked about TikTok like 10 minutes ago.
Put a bullet in my brain. Okay, let's talk about... Okay.
My transitions are better.
No. Both of them are trash, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so... Alright. I haven't actually kept up with the Restrict Act. I mean, I know what it's about, but I haven't actually kept up with what's been happening to it. So you two take the wheel. You got this.
I have also not been keeping up with it, but I knew some of the, I know some of the basics. So the basics is, TikTok will be banned in the United States unless TikTok's parent company, which I completely forgot, sells them their share to an American company, in the hopes that China has basically no ownership in TikTok. And the fear is, amongst Americans, is that China is gathering all this data on the American public. Which
is just true.
It's true. It's true. Even though China doesn't literally own a percentage of TikTok, because it's a Chinese company, they are 100%, at the very least, forking off information to the Chinese government.
And also keep in mind, a large stake in TikTok is Tencent, which is at least partially owned by the CCP. So it's not direct ownership, but it is indirect ownership, and that's important to keep in mind. And the thing is, it's the fucking CCP. Like if they want information on American citizens, they're gonna get it. What are they gonna do? Say no?
Yeah, if they say no, the company shuts down in China.
Exactly.
Like, they don't exist tomorrow if they say no. So yeah, people are being ridiculous if they are saying, hey guys, these Chinese companies, they're definitely not working hand in glove with the Chinese Communist Party.
I'll say this, though. I actually did say this when we first covered the Restrict Act. I don't support it. The idea of banning TikTok on a governmental level is an overreach of government power. The government.
You don't think, even if it's for national security reasons?
Yeah.
But no, what information are they pulling from you?
Especially if it's for national security reasons, because that is a Pandora's box that's already opening, and we cannot let it open any further. I mean, look at the fucking Patriot Act.
Well, I think the Patriot Act's a little different, but I see where really the connection could be drawn.
Dude. Like, if you've looked into the Restrict Act, there is a lot of invasive writing that has nothing to do with TikTok. Like, that's the thing that tried to ban VPNs in America. Like, by a pretty hefty prison sentence. And the thing is, you know, if you keep saying, but it's for national security, you end up with the surveillance state, and we cannot have the fucking surveillance state. We already have the surveillance state. We can't let it get any worse. And also, beyond
maybe I'm not
that,
understanding. Is the Restrict Act the act that's banning TikTok?
Yes.
Like, that's the bill that was passed in the House today?
Yes. Oh God. Okay.
No, I think it's something else.
Oh, maybe,
Right, because that's what I thought.
Isn't it different? Isn't it
From
different
what I
bill?
understood, I don't know. From what I understood, this was like a revised bill.
Oh,
like specifically
okay.
targets TikTok.
Okay, so here's the thing.
But I could be wrong.
The Restrict bill was created specifically to ban TikTok, but that maybe that didn't work. And then this is a different bill that doesn't have a lot of the baggage. But regardless, it doesn't matter, because the fact of the matter is this: on a utilitarian and on a moral level, banning TikTok would have way worse consequences for everyone than keeping it around, even with the data harvesting concerns. And then beyond that, it's also completely immoral, because that's giving the government the power to choose what you can and can't see online in terms of, like, from a free speech angle. And the thing is, you know, if you a lot of the arguments that I see about TikTok being bad for the youth are ultimately just juvenoia. The arguments made from the perspective of this shit's rotten the kids' brains. And it's like, you know, people have been saying that about the younger generation for basically all of human history, but especially in the past 100 years, because every generation kind of has its own new technology. For millennials, it was basically the computer, right? They grew up with personal computers. With Zoomers, it's, you know, the phone, right? The smartphone. With Gen Alpha, it's probably going to end up being revised versions of both of those. So probably, I mean, the joke is the iPad kid, so tablets, right? But also computers, and also phones, and probably also VR headsets. The fucking
Apple Vision Pros.
Apple Vision Pros, once those become consumer grade and go out at reasonable prices, you know, that'll probably be the thing for Gen Alpha as they grow up, as they'll start doing that more. And the thing is, it's like, you know, there was a meme that I saw that, like, perfectly encapsulated this. It's like, oh my god, Gen Alpha brain rot. Those kids are so doomed. Meanwhile, what Gen Z kids were looking at, and it's like, the Gen Alpha one is fucking Skibbity Toilet, and then the Gen Z one is like, it's also Gmod. It's like fucking like Gmod RP videos, you know, by fucking Captain Sparkles or whoever. Like, you get what I'm saying? The idea here is that ultimately kids are, you know, gonna watch some content that online because they can, right? That you could argue is kind of mindless, but that's just, on some level, there is a conversation to have here. But I'm not trying to be too reductionist, but there is something to be said that it might just be how kids are, and that the argument of Gen Alpha is doomed because my iPad kids is probably too simplistic, and there's probably more to the conversation than just, you know, fear around new technology, because that's basically what it is. And, you know, getting back to my point is, like, you know, a lot of the doomerism surrounding Gen Z and Gen Alpha is around TikTok, because it cropped up, and there's something to be said about the short form content reducing people's attention spans. Newsflash, buddy, attention spans on the internet have already been going down pretty consistently for a while, and it hasn't caused Gen Z to be doomed. It hasn't even caused millennials to be doomed. There are definitely problems and side effects, but ultimately, and this is something that some people, you know, from older and maybe even younger generations might not know, you can turn it off. You can log off and go outside and touch grass. Like, that's something you have the capacity to do. And because you can, and in many cases you often should, that makes all of the time that you spend online a choice. A choice you can continue to do, or you can stop. And that way, what's wrong with that? And it's like, you want the government to restrict people's choices? No, man, no.
All right, well, my opinion is still intact. I do think that that TikTok should be banned in the United States as long as Chinese companies still have stake in it.
I'll say this. A version of TikTok that doesn't have the CCP wrapped into it would be great. I would love that so much. But I don't think that the ultimatum should be either that or it being banned nationwide. Because the other thing is, how are you going to enforce that?
Remove it from the App Store.
They have Fortnite's removed from the App Store and Play Store.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy.
I mean, that might work for mobile until you realize jailbreaking exists. And that might work for PC until you realize the VPNs exist.
Okay. Well, there's obviously ways around everything, right?
Yeah. But it still, like, reduces it.
But do you really want to criminalize an activity like watching?
Well, I mean, you're not really criminalizing the consumer. You're really criminalizing, like, Apple if they, like, basically go against the government's wishes and still leaves it in the App Store in the U.S. market.
Well, that might be how it starts. But there's something to be said that government power never really stands still. There's definitely something to be said that if this bill passes and TikTok is banned,
it probably will pass, from what I understand.
God. Well, I'm just saying, man, it's very much possible that people will follow it, and then harsher punishments will be, employed to stop people from going against the wishes of the government.
Now, if you guys want to know something, ironically, Donald Trump is not against, or is against the bill.
Based.
He is against the bill?
Yeah, but not for the reasons why you guys are.
Oh.
He is against it because he doesn't like Mark Zuckerberg, and he believes if kids are brought away from TikTok, they go to Facebook.
Okay, that's stupid. They would never go to Facebook. They would go to Instagram.
Right, they'd go to Instagram. Yeah.
they would go to Instagram. They would go to Snapchat. They would go to fucking YouTube Shorts.
To be fair, Instagram is just Facebook.
Instagram,
well, yeah, Instagram bought Facebook, no?
No. Facebook brought Instagram and then became Meta.
It's still it's the same thing pretty much.
Yeah. The thing about Instagram is that it's basically just Facebook, but without the yapping. Or less yapping. It's mostly about images. But like that's basically it.
Mark Zuckerberg still wins in the end.
Well, that's the thing.
Which is what Donald Trump wants to avoid.
A lot of the concerns about data harvesting from the Chinese government, there is as much, if not more, data harvesting from our government. And the reason why we don't consider that to be much of a problem is because we fundamentally trust our own government more than the Chinese government, which is good.
Let me ask you this before you continue.
But
would you rather your government harvest your data or the Chinese government?
My government, honestly. Because I feel like... Well, because the thing is, my government is better than the Chinese government. And they would do less with it than the Chinese government. And fundamentally, I don't want to, if I were to ever step into Chinese borders, suddenly realize that I have a super low social credit score because I said something, kind of outside of their party lines or boundaries while in a completely different country at a completely different time, completely unrelated. Like the geopolitical version of getting fired because your boss saw social media posts that they didn't like online off the job. So yeah, the Chinese government is worse, but they're both bad. Like in terms of the data harvesting, like both outcomes are bad. It's just one's less bad.
I agree.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
That's got to be like the motto of the Sons of Liberty podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
whatever he said.
Yeah, what he said.
Whatever Chow said.
Too
Yeah.
real. Too real. All right, let's move on.
Okay. Who wants to do this next one?
Me.
What's the next one?
I'll do it.
Oh,
Sydney Sweeney.
there's no way, bro. The big titty misses herself.
Dude, Sydney Sweeney has been gaining, well, maybe not gaining popularity because of this, but at least on social media, a recent rise in her like searches is because she's got big, massive titties. All right, and the left and certain outlets are trying to downplay her big, massive titties. All right, to the point where one article said, or one news Slate said this. It needs to be said. Sydney Sweeney's boobs are not that big. And then community notes on Twitter added one and said, yes, they are.
Hold on, I need to see this.
Real.
Hold on.
So
Here
we have
Here we go.
So yeah.
I love community notes.
Community notes is funny.
Dude, that has got to be one of the best things that Elon Musk has added to Twitter is community notes. Is the ability...
It's actually not Twitter, it's X. Get it right.
Shut the fuck up. It's Twitter. I'm sorry, Elon. I'm never calling it X. Okay, here's your first, not last, but your first requirement for me to start calling it X is to make the domain host x.com.
Facts.
Can't do
What
it.
if someone accidentally clicks another X, website,
And then another one.
Yeah, X videos. You never heard of it?
What? Yeah,
That's because it's home.
Nah,
Man,
that's your homepage. I know you.
that's not like Kike's homepage.
No.
It is not. Mine is x.com.
Kika's homepage is somewhere else.
No, the bank's page. You're right.
Wells Fargo.
That's crazy.
You cannot make this shit up. Wells Fargo is insane.
WellsFargo.com.
Bro, please turn that into a TikTok, please. I beg.
Yeah, I'll do it probably.
Do it for the fans.
The one fan.
The one
The
fan.
fans. Okay.
But yeah, end of story. Sydney Sweeney's tits are big.
That's crazy. You're wild for that one, baby, bro.
Speaking of big titties,
I
let's
can't
talk
believe
about
how you somehow found a way to be gay for women.
what?
How do you be gay for women?
No, like that's what I'm asking. Like, how did you find a way to make being straight gay? Like, how'd you do it?
How's it gay though?
Yeah, wait, what?
Think about like how he says it. Like, those titties are so big. Like,
No.
bro, you're so fruity, bro.
Dude, I'm analyzing like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, I know what I said.
Just like Shapiro's sister, analyzing that too. I know what.
Okay.
Let's just continue.
Let's move on before I lose.
Speaking of big titty women, Corina
She doesn't have that big, and they're fake too. So
are they fake? How would you know?
yeah, she literally said she got a boob job.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
Damn, you keep up with her.
damn straight.
All right, well, we made a video like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, about us saying how Kopf is based. Well, she's double based now because she took a picture with Donald Trump.
Double based.
She's double. Next step up is triple.
So based, bro. She's so based, based and boosted.
So based.
Dude, look at Donald Trump. He looks like a happy camper. You guys see that man?
No comment.
That man is
He probably
happy that
topped
his
that.
prostate pills are working.
He probably topped it. Probably made an OF video with her too.
Wild.
Donald Trump OnlyFans? Yo, drop the link. No, my fault. That's gonna get clipped. God damn it. Alright.
Speaking of Donald Trump,
Really? That was it? Okay.
Donald Trump shoes, guys.
Bling bling. Let's talk about the Trump shoes. Okay.
That's your topic, Chow.
I'm just gonna make a little point on this. So we actually made the script a while back. before this update. So the Trump sneakers came out. What was it, like late February, early March?
No fucking clue.
Doesn't matter.
I don't remember.
Anyways, we were gonna talk about it, but then, like, I want to say maybe a couple of days before we started this recording, the product expanded. There is now an entire catalog of Trump shoes, and it gets the plot thickens, ladies and gentlemen, because there seems to be an entire like clothing line now for Trump. That, okay, I'm actually gonna hold on. Editor pain. There we go. Sorry, I just had to pull this up. Yeah, on All Star Elite, the Trump collection, pre-order, get it by May 2024. So we've got. Oh, by the way, I should probably mention these shoes are $399. But they're on sale for $200 though. So
they're on sale. Oh, what a steal!
Yeah, but
only $200 to be drippy.
Seriously though, what the fuck?
Dude, it's a great deal.
But yeah, so we got high top, we got low top. There, it comes in gold. It comes in silver. It comes in full on black. Like, bro, there's a USA America jersey, which is one of the most like Midwestern fucking things I've ever heard. So weird. There's a Trump America hat that's red that looks like a MAGA hat, kinda, but instead of Make America Great Again, which is this whole thing, it's just America. Like, there was such a missed opportunity. Like, the MAGA hat is a symbol, it's an icon of the Trump legacy. You know? Like, when you see someone with a MAGA hat, you just know they do not give a fuck.
That is so facts.
That kind of power. And it's just like, oh, okay, now it just says America. That's just, no. Where is the MAGA line of products? My guy, get with the program.
Oh, he's waiting for the election to start.
He better.
He's waiting, bro. He's letting it cook, bro. Let it cook.
Anyways, these shoes are definitely overpriced. What the fuck? But yeah, basically,
dude, they're underpriced.
You can get the Trump fit if you want right now. As far as I can tell, with the products that are available, you can get a hat. You can get 3 shirts, a jacket, 2 jerseys, and your choice of 6 shoes. Okay, imagine showing up to a college campus with the Trump fit. I'm just saying, next level trolling opportunities are available. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, I want to make a promise. If we ever like make this into like a viable option to make money, I think we should one day get like all the Trump or we should have like a Trump outfit from his shop and just go to like a public UC campus, just like troll around with all the Trump merch.
If we ever get enough money from AdSense and this fucking podcast, never ever to like pay for the drip for one person, one of us.
No, all of us, man.
All of us? Okay, fine.
Dude,
that's
all of us.
expensive.
For all of us.
And
we are going to pull up to a UC campus, all 3 of us, and we are going to do a fucking change my mind like panel. And we are just going to troll the fuck out of everybody. If that ever happens...
Do you know why I said UC campus?
Why?
Because it's a public campus. You can't be kicked out.
Yes.
If we just wait to see how many fucking like angry leftists we can accumulate, like fucking like static on a fucking wool ball. Oh yeah, I want to do that now. Okay, so no like goal, no sub goal, just make us money and we'll do it. All right.
We'll make a Patreon. OnlyFans.
No.
Like an OnlyFans.
What?
OnlyFans. Like an OnlyFans, yeah.
Bro, that what would we even post there, bro?
What,
I know
what wouldn't we post?
God.
What would we post?
These two are so fruity, man. I thought I was the resident fat.
How is
Look at these two.
having OnlyFans fruity?
Because
the question.
because you're a man.
Uh-huh.
But what if you're fucking other bitches?
She's saying only women can have OnlyFans?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Super sexist.
You're sexist. You
Okay.
see, I thought I was the one with the gender roles, but no, apparently it's you.
Yeah, look at me adhere to Saturday gender roles. Look at that.
Dude, I'm a social liberal. Chow is obviously a conservative. Fucking. So
God,
yeah, socially
fucking damn
conservative.
it, I swear. Oh. Yeah, every other time that I've like advocated for people being able to do what they want with their lives, the
Yep.
one time I'm like,
I'll
hey,
get it thrown out.
OnlyFans is for women. Nope. I'm a conservative now. You know,
Yep.
you win. I'm a conservative now.
Yep.
Just prove my point.
Oh my god. You know,
Abortion should be banned immediately.
I mean, I actually do agree with that. Ironically.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh my god, no, we agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Oh wait, I forgot to put this picture in the podcast, but it's just a picture that says Trump sneakers, like on the left side, and it says Biden sneakers on the right side, and the Biden sneakers are just clown shoes.
Okay, that's just perfect. That
Also
is-
accurate.
Could that okay? Big request. Could that be the thumbnail?
Sure.
That's too good. I'm sorry.
I get the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Why not? All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Trump fit. One day, man. One day.
One day? Yeah.
One day.
Sure. Maybe. Probably not,
No,
but we'll see.
not probably not, but maybe.
Yeah.
Fund the triggering liberals video by I don't know, looping our video in the background 1,000 times. I don't fucking know.
AdSense is AdSense.
Right, there you go.
You get
It's like
none of it.
$20 to
So it doesn't
$20.
matter.
We're really paying it forward by advancing the culture war.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what's this next topic Oh yeah, this. All right.
Alexei
good luck.
Navalny.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do this topic. So, if you guys don't know who Alexei Navalny was, he, first of all, he's dead. But second of all, he was Russia's primary opposition to Vladimir Putin. And he was recently found dead in the Russian jail cell. So, just a little bit of context about him. Obviously, I said he was Vladimir Putin's main rival. And on many occasions, it looked like he was basically a whole bunch of assassination attempts. One of the more famous ones was he was coming back from Germany to Russia on a flight, and he basically passed out, and then he was flown back to Germany, and tests on his body were done, and it was said to be found that there was Soviet-era drug cocktails in his body to basically kill him. And apparently these Soviet, I guess, drugs, only the Kremlin had access to them because they were just locked away or whatever. So basically people are like, oh, Vladimir Putin probably tried to kill him, which probably is accurate because it looked like he tried to kill a whole bunch of other people, which is why he has very little opposition in Russia. Anyways, so ironically, after another plane ride to Russia, separate from the Germany one, he entered Russia, and he was immediately arrested, and he was put on trial. He got like 30 years in prison, and ever since then, he's been in prison. He was then found dead, which is the current state of today. And I included this at the time I made the script, which was a while ago, because it was a big story. Now it's not as big, but it's still important because it kind of just goes to show that with the whole Tucker Carlson situation where, in my opinion, he was portraying Russia in a better light than it should have been portrayed in.
Who? Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, he did that interview with Vladimir Putin.
No. So Tucker was the one portraying America and God.
Russia.
Okay.
Russia in a better way than it should have been.
In a better light. I don't know. That's definitely possible. I think there's a little bit of there's a general like anti-Ukraine sentiment on the right that I think stems mostly just out of the fact that like the left loves Ukraine and hates Russia, which I personally think is stupid, but you know, it's whatever. And so I think Tucker was mostly just kind of talking to his base with that one. But I don't know, like from what I didn't actually see the interview itself, but I did I saw the little like the lead up. And I felt like Tucker was really just trying to be kind of a neutral observer kind of person. But maybe I'm wrong on that.
It's not about the interview, it's about what he did after the interview.
What did you do after the interview?
He went to a Russian supermarket and he basically started saying, "Oh, look at these low prices for food in Russia. We can never get these prices in America." And then he completely forgets to say that basically a fourth of someone's salary in Russia goes to food. And so just because it's cheaper than whatever we pay here doesn't mean it's not more proportionally of someone's salary in Russia.
And also, you know, it's just, yeah, that's lame. Like that whole like, well, at least it's better than Biden, even though it's not.
It is not.
Yeah.
Living here is infinitely better than living in Russia under Vladimir Putin. Let's make that clear.
And until America collapses, it basically always will be. Even if the dollar goes to shit, basically, like America will, you know, America could definitely suffer, but it probably won't ever get as bad as Russia unless it collapses.
Correct.
But yeah, so yeah, that's damn. Tucker L for real.
Yeah, that was the one thing I just didn't understand about what Tucker was saying. But everything else I basically completely agreed with. Because a lot of people are complaining, oh, he wasn't like as aggressive as he should have been in the interview, but I found it refreshing that he let Vladimir Putin just speak for like 2 hours or whatever it was. I watched the whole thing.
Ah. That's good.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was just to remind people that, hey, Russia's still a bad place, and Vladimir Putin is still a bad person.
Like anyone needed reminding. Bro! Okay. Yes.
It's okay.
Everyone has Joe Biden moments. It's just, this is really, really bad.
I mean, you know, I thought you were related to Joe Biden.
How?
Oh, never mind.
Wait, no. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of a Joe Biden moment, in the fact that they both like sweets, going back to what Sonny was saying before.
Oh, you gotta take this one.
There's not much to say. Basically, so y'all know Vaush, online leftist content creator, does a similar type of content to Hassan B and quite a few other members of BreadTube. So basically their whole thing is just like they're looking at and reacting at videos, but from a specifically like leftist perspective, like radical leftist. And there are many memes, many jokes, and many unfortunately true facts about Vaush that have made the rounds on the internet, like how Vaush has a very particular obsession with horses. And a specific part of the horse that is not safe for work.
Drake's cock, I see.
Jesus. And, there have also been many allegations of Vaush being a pedophile. So this would be pedophile and zoophile stack, which is unfortunately more common than you'd think. And honestly, a lot of these claims for a while kind of sounded like they were not really going to go anywhere. It's just classic leftists are groomers because LGBT, right? But also, Vaush has in the past made arguments that skew pretty close to defending pedophilia and, talking about like the age of consent and a lot of arguments basically saying that like morality is like all power plays, and so all of the arguments that you could use to say something is objectively morally wrong to Vaush don't count. And here's what I'll say. If you just to play devil's advocate for a sec, I do think that there is something to be said that, morality is kind of a fluid thing. A lot of people hold on to objective frameworks of morality, either for utilitarian purposes, like it'll just serve them well to believe in that, or for reasons that I consider to be kind of stupid, like religious purpose, like God commands what is moral, therefore there is objective morality, right? It's a very one-dimensional kind of philosophy with the world. And so, the thing about Vaush is that you'd think that because he doesn't have a worldview like that, maybe he's kind of, even if he has terrible political takes, maybe he has alright philosophical takes. It turns out he's really more of just kind of a major midwit, and in the description, if we remember to put it there, there's actually a video by another content creator named Doomer Politics that talks about all of the reasons. It's basically like a full-on deep dive into why Vaush sucks. Like, in every way. As a content creator, as a person. Like, it's just terrible. Yeah. This is just us adding on another reason as to why Vaush is a terrible, person, both at his job and in general. And that is that there seems to actually be proof that Vaush is a pedophile. Like, for real this time. And we have a video that Kaika found, and I've never seen it before, so hopefully this doesn't contain anything... no,
it's on YouTube.
I mean, it's on YouTube, so it's probably fine.
So just watch till 3:54. That's what I'll include in the video.
All right.
So, Sonny, you should watch this too.
Also,
Okay.
I need to remember to put the link to the Doomer Politics video in the script.
Which video is it? The one he's on?
Yeah.
So when?
3:54.
Okay.
The criticism against Vaush is that he was found with lolly on his folder. Seemingly a lot of lolly. Lolly is sort of the Confederate flag for pedos. Everyone who owns it isn't necessarily racist, but I don't blame people for assuming otherwise. Vaush is of the same opinion.
The thing that bothers me is people who pretend there's no relationship whatsoever between, like, drawn lolly shit and actual attraction to children. Of course there's a relationship between those things. Ridiculous to pretend otherwise.
Repeating it again in one of his response streams.
The thing that I've always said, that I stand by entirely, is that if you're into lolicon, like, people always say this. People always say, bro, it's just drawings. Okay, drawings of what, right? Civil War, okay, states' rights over what,
Well, yeah. That's, So you heard it from Vaush, folks. Yeah.
Vaush is a pedo.
Well, but also, like, I think he very expertly kind of broke down, like, the argument that would convict him, Okay, I'll say this, though, just as another point of clarification. This whole expose is talking about outing Vaush as a pedophile. We know this now, but here's the thing. A lot of people make the instant sort of jump to go from someone who's a pedophile to someone who is a child molester or a child groomer, right? Those two things aren't necessarily causal. Like, there are definitely, like, there's a lot of overlap. Like I would pretty much say, like, almost all, if not all, child molesters are pedophiles, kind of by definition, but the reverse isn't really true. There are people who are pedophiles but don't, like, act on it, and they don't, like, actually abuse children. So we have nothing to suggest that Vaush is a child molester or a child groomer, and that's fundamentally, like, the sort of moral condemnation comes from the abuse of children. So, like, owning or having child porn or abusing an actual child in real life, those are both things that you can, like say are, like, morally evil, right? Those are evil actions. Being a pedophile is the prerequisite, but it's not the evil action itself. And this is not me defending pedophilia. Okay, so back a long time
was going to be in the comment section.
Yeah, I know.
Pedos.
So a long time ago, we made a short or a topic talking about the morality of or lack thereof of incest. And I was playing devil's advocate, and there are a lot of people who have come away from that whole discussion thinking that I either support incest or think that it's okay. I don't. At all. Like, I don't know how to really describe to this, like, any clearer other than that I think that it is wrong.
It's okay, Chow. It's okay. People think I hate Jews. All right,
Oh, well,
it's fine.
That's the other thing. You know, like you come away from like a video like the one with the Israel Palestine. I think that was 49, and you come away from that thinking that, you know, Sonny or even all of us are like, well, probably not us. All of us. Well, because we were giving specifically pro-Israel positions, but you know, lumping people together, it happens, right? The idea that we might be like anti-Semitic or anti-Israel or anti-Zionist or like pro-Palestine in any way, and I don't think that's really the case. I think there's something to be said that in honest and nuanced discussions of morality, which is ultimately what all of this is, you have to be able to engage with these ideas in that sort of honest and, you know, sort of objective manner. That doesn't actually mean that I support incest or pedophilia, fucking obviously. But regardless, but yeah, so Vaush was caught with lolly on his computer. More specifically, it was also zoophilia and pedophilia. Again, that stacking effect, it's unfortunately very common. But basically, the idea is people have...
He was a furry.
I think that's a little bit too far past furry, bud, but, you know, maybe. They're actually...
You go past furry?
Yes.
I'm being educated.
Once the animal stops being anthropomorphic, that's called feral art. That's bro. I'm Schrodinger's furry. It's in the bio, bruh. Like,
Meowking, bro.
Bro, the fucking the right wing revolution. I'm gonna get my fucking head chopped off because I'm a furry. I mean, I'm not a furry. I mean, yeah, you know.
What?
But yeah, I'm schizophrenic about it. But basically, the idea is that, you know, this was something that people have thought about for a long time, but didn't have any evidence for. Now there's evidence. So yeah, in addition to all of the horrible things that Vaush is, pedophile is now on the list, and it's confirmed.
According to his own definition.
What?
According to his own definition, he is one.
Oh yeah, according to his own definition. Like, literally in the fucking video, he explains why that's still pedophilia. And, you know, honestly, I think that's just kind of like classic Vaush, like, so like double downing on his own position to sound smart that he ends up kind of self-reporting. It's insane, man.
Right. Vaush argued that H2O wasn't H2O 100 years ago or 200 years ago because humans did not discover H2O as an element or as two elements.
A compound, yeah.
Or three elements. Like
it's...
no, two elements.
It's two elements and 3 atoms.
Basically, Vaush's whole argument was because we didn't discover it, it did not exist yet. Just so he could win a conversation, which he then lost.
And here's what I'll say. There is something to be said that, on some level, we only understand things on a logical perspective because we have words for them, because we have language. This goes back to that whole point about, like, the fucking 1984 thing. If you don't have language for it, then it just doesn't exist.
Right, but it still exists. Like, H2O still existed before we discovered it.
It still exists in the physical world, as far as we can tell. You know, this kind of gets into, like, a metaphysical discussion, but fundamentally, I don't think that Vaush was actually trying to engage with the metaphysical questions of what is water and what is reality and how do we know anything is real beyond our own
He really was.
No, but he wasn't, though, because he was only engaging with those ideas superfluously to win an argument, to point out that his subjective view of morality and his construct of everything being power plays is inherently correct. And the thing is, I fundamentally think that there's two ways to see the world, and I, on some level, inhabit both. There's the subjective view and there's the objective view. I don't really subscribe to either because they're both correct in a certain sense. One YouTuber that I watch occasionally, Short Shadow Taco, I've mentioned his content in this podcast before. Talks like he made a video called like Correct Enough, and I think that's kind of the framework that I use for a lot of this stuff. The objective framework for morality is correct enough for everyday human existence. Even if objective morality doesn't exist, which on some level it pretty much doesn't, we should still act like it does for utilitarian and also for personal reasons. Society is better, humanity is better because we have morality, and subjective morality it completely falls apart because inside the framework of subjective morality is the clause that destroys it. It's like a snake that has the venom that is used to kill the snake, if that makes sense. And so you have to operate as if objective morality exists. And the thing is, that's what Vaush does. Even if he doesn't believe in that, he will ultimately still appeal to some type of ethical framework as if it's objective, because that's what everybody does. He's just trying to claim the moral high ground and try to act superior to everybody else because he can see the truth. He can see that everything is subjective while everyone else can't. And the thing is, that's partially true. But it's also missing a very key component of the discussion, which is that everybody does this, and everybody has to do this, or else morality itself doesn't work. Like, at all. Like, okay, challenge. I want you guys to come up with a moral system that says that morality in all contexts is subjective, but also says that something is like bad, like as an axiom.
Homework.
Yeah, fine. Homework is bad, and also morality is subjective. So now with that understanding, try to argue that homework is bad.
Oh, what? I was saying that your hobbies do work. Cause that's what I'm trying to say.
My fault. I don't know. Maybe I was a philosophy professor in another life.
What, this life? You could be still a philosophy professor.
I could be doing that shit instead of fucking political podcasts. But
real, you should do that. Real.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so that's pretty much the Vaush thing. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the people who are talking about the Vaush thing are doing what they should, which is just making fun of him. That's fundamentally, I think, the correct response, because all of this moral relativistic nonsense gobbledygook fundamentally ended up in a person who could find it justifiable within their own framework that just, like, having lolly porn on their computer was fine. Mm-hmm. And that's a person worth laughing at. So, I think they're doing the right thing. Is that the last topic?
No, there's one more.
Oh. What's
probably
else?
the most important topic.
Oh my god.
On the script.
It's another fucking reaction video. I'm gonna kill myself.
It is. But this one is important.
Alright.
So, Chow, Ethan, or Study Kakai, you here?
What did you say?
Study Kakai, you here?
Wait, what?
You here?
Wait, no. What's my name?
Study Kakai.
Whoa, sorry, what was that?
What?
What was that?
I'm confused.
What's my name?
Study Kakai.
What?
Dude,
bro, I've been saying this for a long time.
He's been saying it the entire episode. He said it multiple episodes. Are you that dense?
I'll be honest, this is the first time hearing it.
Really?
Study Kakai. Everyone, let's go watch this last YouTube video, alright?
No, we're not watching it. We're not watching you. We're not
Chow,
watching.
click on it.
We're not. Chow, don't do it to yourself. Don't
Chow,
do it to
do it.
yourself.
All right,
Don't do
all
it.
right, let's watch it.
Oh, brother.
Share your stream. Share.
Oh, I didn't want.
It's not gonna look good, you know.
Don't care.
It never does.
I'll post edit.
If you say so. All right. All right.
I got this because I'll stream my Madden. I mean, I'm on the script. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna watch this. All right, ready.
You gonna
Yeah.
stream
I
it?
need to stream. Hold on.
I'm holding.
My fault, original gangster.
My cock.
No, shut the fuck
All
up.
right, ready?
All right, Chow. Do you know who this is by?
Dylan Mulvaney, whoever the fuck.
Sonny, should we say anything or should we let him like figure it out?
Play the video. Just play this.
All right, just play
video.
it. Those are some feminine feet.
Oh my fucking god.
Dude, you realize?
I think bro, what is that face? I feel like I know that person.
Do you remember why Bud Light got canceled?
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, it's her. Oh my god.
Him.
Him.
Dude.
Yeah, we're transphobic, and what? What are you gonna do
I
about it?
don't care. I don't
Fuck trans people.
Okay. All right. I don't give a shit, man. Look, I feel like I think it's
She's got some knockers on her. The one on the left.
It's worth
No,
saying that
the face ain't doing it.
I think that Dylan here has probably done a good enough job of transitioning to where my instinctual response was intuition based. I didn't think to be like, oh, I forgot to be transphobic. Oh my god. But I also didn't think, oh, I need to be more inclusive. I just did what was fucking intuition.
That doesn't even look like a woman. What do you mean?
It did in the first shot. Honestly, I'm looking at this fucking chest. That is not a woman.
The feet didn't give it away?
No.
That's crazy.
They really didn't.
That's crazy.
I'm not exactly paying attention to their feet like you are. I know you really like men's feet, but
That was literally in the first shot. All you can see is their feet, dog. What do you mean? Do you want that? Wait, pause. Pause at the black chick. Go back to the black chick. You want that, Kaika?
I'm just saying she got knockers on her.
I thought you didn't like sandbags.
I don't.
Nah, see, there's good knockers, there's bad knockers. Like they're, I don't know. She's a little.
Are you really doing this?
I'm positive.
I think I'm tired of being a reaction channel. I think I want to do something more.
What the fuck?
You're the one who accepted this. I told you not to.
I was curious, but I didn't know.
Sometimes you get bit by the things you don't know.
All right, let's read the comments at least then.
Fine.
No, let's finish the job. Finish the job.
Fucking comments.
Read the first one.
Patriarchy is over while prancing around. Okay.
Wait a minute.
So that's not.
These
It's
are
new
different.
comments, bro. Why did you get new comments?
Why are you sorted by newest? Wait, no, go back.
Nah, this is just fucking like.
Chow. These are funny if you sorted by top.
Alright, the first comment is Middle East tour win. Or Middle East tour win. Question mark. If mental illness had a soundtrack. Real. What else? As a real woman. This is the most offensive shit I've ever seen.
Okay.
I suddenly don't want to be a girl anymore.
Oh fuck. Alright, this is kind of a nothing burger.
This man is making a mockery of women. Okay. Dear Rebecca Black, I'm sorry. That's crazy. This comment, bro. The fact that I start zooming in on Dylan's huge man feet. That's.
I didn't notice the feet, man. I really didn't.
Everyone else here is it, bro. Gotta learn the basics. What's that exactly? How to tuck properly? That's
Oh, fuck.
uh bro's arms are hairy AF. It's pretty funny. Chow, why do you not like these comments? You seem very
No, I just don't.
Oh,
Ugh, I don't know,
dude,
man.
wait. I give him
Honestly,
props for leaving the comments on. He got balls.
Can you turn them off on YouTube?
Yeah.
I know you can turn them off on TikTok. No, you can turn them off on YouTube.
I feel
Shall
like
continue.
okay, I used to be more extreme about this. I've let go a little about the trans thing because I still think what I've said before is correct. If you do not have gender dysphoria and you are not transitioning as a medical treatment for that dysphoria, then not only are you not trans, but you are what's wrong with the LGBT movement. You are a grifter. You are, you basically, you take all of these systems that are made for people who are struggling with a mental illness, and you're basically saying, they should apply to me because I want to feel special, and you need to now call me by different pronouns, and you need to like lie to yourself and pretend like I'm something totally different, because my feelings, and also because I said so. It's a complete power play, basically, is what I'm saying. However, I feel like a lot of the reaction that's come from the right, it's not even like I disagree, man. It's just old. I'm tired of it. I don't hate it. I'm not like, ugh, girl, those gosh darn transphobic conservatives. It's really more like, aren't you tired of this by now? Because I am. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of constantly being like, he's not a real woman. It's like, yeah, we all know that. It's intuition based, right? But it's like, who gives a shit? Why do you care so much? I mean, I understand that, like, there's something to be said about the culture war, and there's something to be said about ideological subversion, and I'm all down on that. I'm with the program, but with trans people specifically, are there no other vectors in the culture war for ideological subversion to be called out than the glorified cross-dressers? Like really? Is that the hill we're dying on?
Yes.
I guess. I mean,
Yes.
I'm just bored, is basically what I'm saying, by all of it. And I feel like, a lot of the, like, we need to ban transitioning for adults. That's fucking stupid. That will always be stupid. People should ultimately be able to do whatever they want with their bodies and their lives once they turn 18, once they become a legal adult. And so, banning child transitioning, of course. That's a given. And the fact that the left is pushing for that is evil, genuinely. It's indoctrination, and it exists to push an ideological narrative on those who don't know any better and are vulnerable. So, fair enough. There's still definitely work to be done. But every time I see someone talk about it, not in a joking way, but in a very serious and kind of disgruntled way about the trans issue, I'm just bored. And especially in something like this, where the person in question is very obviously, someone, either with gender dysphoria or someone who's very, very good at pretending, because I can't tell. And someone who's actually, pitifully, I would argue, not very well, but at least trying to be a woman. Trying to fit in. Trying to resolve that mental illness in a way that works for her. I have nothing to complain about, because that's not an ideological subversive. That's just someone who needs help. And that's just someone who, probably could use not being, dogpiled on the internet 24/7. Just a thought.
Wait, so are you saying we should affirm their belief of them being a woman? They're affirming their mental illness? Is that what you're trying to say?
Okay, back up. We should is a moral statement. That implies that everyone has a moral imperative to affirm trans people gender identity because if you don't, they'll kill themselves. I am not one of those people. I'm also going to say that you do not have a moral imperative to go against their gender identity for political expediency or to push back ideological subversion. I think you should call trans people whatever you want to, and they will react however they react. If okay, I mean, yeah, you can do that. You know, if you want to call all trans people faggots, then fine. Like, who gives a shit? It's not that fucking deep. Like, personally, if a trans person, for the most part, I will call trans people by their preferred pronoun because it's instinctual. Because the thing is, I don't have that kind of feedback where it's like, I see a man and then I overwrite to be a woman. For me, it's I see what I see. And a lot of trans people who are trying to be women but can't really make the jump, I don't see them as men. I see them as ugly women. It's just how it is. And if you don't see it that way, that's fine. You are completely fine to call them men and use he, him pronouns. It's not that fucking deep. But the thing is, if you try to make that like a political statement, that's not evil, that's not morally bad, it's just boring. Get a new joke, is basically what I'm saying. I understand that that's an unpopular take, but that's how I feel about it.
Alright, my quick opinion on this, I guess, topic that we've kind of blossomed into. Obviously, if trans adults want to be trans, let them be trans. I really don't care. Trans children want to be trans. Fuck that. They can't even get tattoos, and they're expecting to make, like... Or actually, fuck this. If children want to be dressing up as, like, the opposite gender, whatever. If they want to start doing gender surgeries, fuck that. They can't even get tattoos. I do think for children, you should basically inform them from a very early age that, hey, being transgender, even if you don't go with the surgeries, is bad, and you should avoid it at all costs. And as a parent, you have every right to deter your children from that choice. But if a parent like says, okay, you could be affirmed, but we won't do surgeries, and you could still dress as the opposite gender, I'm also like not against that because I don't think the government should intervene. So yeah. Quick opinion.
Bad in what sense?
What do you mean?
Again, bad is a moral argument. I'm just trying to figure out like what exactly you mean by like bad in this context. Like being trans is bad. Like how?
Well, being trans is bad because it doesn't conform to reality.
Okay. So basically, it's like, you know, you can be trans if you want, but you should ultimately understand that that's not congruent with reality, and when your view of reality and reality clash, reality should win because that's a thing that doesn't change based on emotion or life experience.
Yeah.
That's based. I'll go with you there. Sonny?
Oh, so my take on trans people?
Yeah.
Alright, so here's my take, right? I think I somewhat agree with you guys that we should give them the freedom, quote unquote. I don't agree with the choice. It's the same thing as for gay people. I don't agree with the choice. As long as you don't make it my problem, I don't care. The way you make it my problem is you involve children. I feel like indoctrinating children, that kind of thing, like teaching that shit in schools, or allow them to dress like the opposite sex or gender, whatever you want to call it, is wrong. That is my viewpoint. If you want, as an adult, think you want to be that shit, go be that shit. But I'm still going to judge you because me personally, I don't agree with that lifestyle and that mental illness. Yeah. That is my take.
That's fair.
Take. Down with the gays. That's all I guess.
Oh, okay, buddy.
Like with all the gays?
Even you are.
I'm not gay though.
What about me though?
Chill, you chill. But are you? You're too much.
What? Not even remotely gay.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I'll believe it when I see it.
What do you mean?
I got the recording, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah.
Cap.
All right, this has gone on long enough. I feel like we've run out of everything, right? We're done here.
Yeah, muy bueno recording. 3-hour recording. Muy bueno.
It actually is 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Kill yourself. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna shoot you.
What, for being
I'm
gay?
joking. Yes. I'm joking, YouTube. I'm not gonna kill him. If he does die tomorrow, it's not my fault.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Isn't your dad Jeffrey Epstein?
What?
Aren't your brothers the Island Boys?
Oh, so you subscribe to that theory?
Shut the fuck up with your Island Boys.
By the way, this is a good promo. We did a TikTok on why the Island Boys are related to Jeffrey Epstein. Go watch it.
It's crazy. You know they kissed each other?
They did. They're gay.
Yeah. And they get mad every time they go on a podcast and it's brought up. So we should have them on our podcast.
They also sucked each other's cocks.
Did they?
Yes.
Did not know that. How do you know that?
It was like a whole controversy.
Oh, really? So you saw the video?
I did not.
Oh, really? How'd you find out then? I didn't hear about this. Chow, did you hear about this?
I mean, I'll send you an article.
Did you hear about the Island Boys sucking each other off?
No.
Exactly. So you're gay, Kaika.
How does that make me gay? What?
Because you watched the two guys sucking each other off.
You were looking for that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, look, I got you. General.
Nah, I'm good. Alright, I think we should end the podcast here.
Yes. This was definitely a very spicy one indeed.
Spicy. Slay Queen.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
You are gay, bro. Just
Honestly,
admit
maybe you were right about gay people.
Real.
Ciao.
This
Friendly
one-
fire. Friendly fire, ciao.
I don't care if it's fucking friendly fire. You're too fruity sometimes.
Whoa.
I know
Whoa.
what I said.
Whoa.
Alright, well, that was certainly one hell of a ride, huh? Good luck with editing this, buddy.
Okay.
Alright, well, this is... Oh, wait, did we do our intros? Oh my god, we forgot.
You didn't do our intros? Oh my gosh.
Oh
my goodness, the
It's
world's gonna end. The world's gonna end, guys.
Well, we're
The
gonna
world's
cover it.
gonna
We're gonna cover it in our outros. It'll be fun. Alright, well, we do it in reverse order. Come on, guys.
Who's first?
You.
Oh, well, it's been a fun episode, guys. I've totally paid attention 100% of this episode. So now I've been your host with the most here. Kaika, it's your turn.
I'm Kaika. I'm a dirty T2 casual.
Not really, bro. Yo, not helping this
King
anymore.
Chow, season 2 is never ever coming out.
Just like Kaika. Anyways.
What?
Okay, that was good. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one in fucking 4 months.
Bye-bye.
You're gay.
Bye-bye. Have a great time.
You worry about leaving a better planet for our kids. How about leaving better kids for our planet? Entire generation offended at everything. Getting mad that a human thinks all lives matter. We don't need black or white or left or right. What we need is common sense. We need balance. We're all in the same boat. Why you trying to make holes? If they sink, we sink. This is madness.